people turn when they have lost everything? When a cruel catastrophe has taken everything they loved and cared about in life? Where do they turn when they're in despair?
O&A Party Rock!
It's showtime, folks.
It feels good. It's cool.
We're brilliant broadcasters.
I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic.
Very respectful. Very nice.
There is some shenanigans going on.
And it just feels right.
They're like two puzzles. We want perfect questions. We want some laughs. Some thoughts being provoked and thrown back and forth.
I don't like flaky. I like cakey.
I want to hug a cute dog.
How fake was that?
The name of this radio show should be The Happy Idiot and the Sullen Douche.
Two total dorks.
Am I listening to a radio show?
Two DJs and a tranny lover. That's what this program's about, mister.
Only creeps listen to this program.
Yo, boys, what's happening, man?
Turn your fucking radio down!
Anyone around here ever smell my ass?
It's lovely.
Anthony.
Come on, we're going to tell you how to get chicks.
James.
I'm Jim Norton, and I'm a horribly boring person.
We just kind of laugh at him.
He's getting better, but we got to break him in still. He's a candidate for killing his wife when he gets married.
I love E-rocking with the console. That's hot. Snapple and mayo, your dumps must be lovely.
And featuring...
Hurricane Ben! Or Tina Steve!
I think there's a degree of mental illness with everybody on the show.
Ramon. Eric's breath smells like the diaper of a cancer patient. Can I say for the record that this program sucks a fat dick?
I got a few ideas that could get us fired.
Please use them.
Please use them.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, man, it makes me laugh every day. I'm sorry, Eric.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves that line being in there. Oh. What's the matter?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I figured I would cleanse the show right off the bat today and get the gay out.
Get the gay from yesterday?
You got to get the gay out a little bit, so there you go.
Gay.
Cleansing out the gay, and that's how we start the O&A program today.
Much better.
It's, the day before we take a break.
Oh.
Is it the day before Christmas Eve or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Christmas Eve will be tomorrow, and then Christmas Day is a Saturday.
Yeah. All I know is Elo called me last night. I didn't talk to him because I'm not talking to anybody because I'm under the weather. And he leaves a message going, well, I know you guys are off tomorrow, so I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. We're not really off. We're live.
When the boss tells you that you're off,
right?
Or when the boss says, I know you're not on tomorrow,
right?
You don't come in.
Well,
you take the day off.
That's what I was thinking.
Holy fuck, could I have used that?
I was gonna call you and say, you know what? Why don't we just call it a day and just like take Thursday off?
I am on MT today. Nothing in the tank. Done. I went to sleep. Probably it's just after Seinfeld, so I guess maybe 11:40. something like that. Up before 4.
Can I ask you a really dumb question?
Certainly.
Knowing that there's a transit strike in New York City, knowing that you have to get into Manhattan before 5 a.m., before the whole 4 people per car thing starts.
Yeah.
Why would you stay up till 11:40?
Good question. Valid question.
Because I know you probably hit the road at, 4 in the morning, 4:15 in the morning?
Yeah.
Why not get to bed early?
That's a very good question. You're absolutely right. That is a good question. Truth is, if you look back and remember when we first started mornings, it was very hard to get acclimated to the time. We used to go home, and I know I used to nap, and it would fuck my whole time schedule up. I stopped doing that when we went to 7 to 11. So now I go home, I can enjoy the rest of the day and go to sleep. Yesterday, I got home, sat in front of the computer, and fell asleep in the chair. Kicked my shoes off, went on the couch, boom, asleep, gone. Once I nap, and it wasn't just a quick 45-minute nap, it's over, Johnny.
Right.
Then I'm up, and I can't get back to sleep that night. We've had these conversations when we first started here.
Well, I was reading an article on napping, and they say if you go more than 40 minutes, you're just screwing up your whole day.
You're fucking up the whole thing.
Like you're supposed to nap somewhere between 20 minutes and 40 minutes. That's it.
3 hours I napped.
Oh, that's not a nap.
So I woke up, and there was no getting to sleep early.
Right.
I just wasn't tired until I pretty much forced myself. After Seinfeld, I put on that 70s show, and it was like instant sleep.
Yeah.
That's it. So I crapped out, and then up at 4, and the drive-in, I could bitch about it for hours. I'll make it brief. How bad it was yesterday, twice as bad today. I was getting text messages on my drive-in from Steve. He was on the other side, the Jersey side, trying to get across. And he goes, is it bad for you, too, today? Because it's 10 times as worse as it was yesterday. And today, I guess everyone from yesterday that came in before the 5 o'clock HOV thing, in New York, you have to have 4 people in the vehicle in order to come into Manhattan from 5 o'clock a.m. to 11 o'clock a.m. So I guess yesterday, I came in I left at 4. I got in. It wasn't much of a problem. Today, I guess everybody told their friends yesterday, got a great idea. Just come in before 5, and it's great. So
yeah, everyone is figuring out how to work around this nightmare.
Dude, 4:30 is now 4:30 a.m., where you can drive blindfolded 90 miles an hour into the city on any given day, is now rush hour. It is now the new fucking rush hour, where I drove up a good 2 miles before the Midtown Tunnel. Dead stop. Dead fucking stop traffic.
How annoyed were you?
I knew it was coming. I was annoyed, but, I was looking at the clock going, all right, it looks like I'm going to make it. And then when I got through the tunnel and was in Manhattan, I texted Steve. I go, I'm in, I made it. And he goes, I'm in.
I don't know if the rest of the country understands what's going on in New York City with this transit strike.
It's so bad.
Al-Qaeda is pretty much controlling New York City right now. This is exactly what Al-Qaeda would love to do.
They would love this kind of power.
They would love to shut down the city, and they would love to affect the economy. That's exactly what is going on with this transit strike.
Yep.
No matter what time of day you go out on the streets of New York, there's just a cattle call of people just walking and walking and walking because their bosses don't understand. They're starting to interview these people where the bosses are like, hey, man, you get into work. I got to make a living. I got to make money. So I don't give a fuck how you get here. You have to get here. And you talk to some of these people. They're walking 5 miles each way, 3.5 miles each way. They interviewed one guy. He's walking like 15 miles each way for a night job.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Al-Qaeda wants to do to New York City.
Yep.
And even if Al-Qaeda was able to, blow up one of the subway stations or something, the city wouldn't be in lockdown like it is today.
No.
They would still have a way of getting around, and most of the other subways and buses would still work, right?
Yeah, they'd figure it out and then bring up some of the lines.
So this is, in my opinion, this is exactly what Al-Qaeda wants to do. And I was doing some Christmas shopping last night, and you talk to some of these business owners, like some of these mom-and-pop places, they're like, dude, we're screwed. We were counting on the last 3-4 days before Christmas to make all our money for the year. They stockpiled all the stuff they want to sell, and they said no one is coming in to buy Christmas gifts.
Restaurants 40% off. 40% off of their usual business.
Right.
They're struggling here.
Right. And, the people that are on strike, they want our sympathy. It's like, sorry, in our little world, you have really fucked a lot of people up.
You ain't getting it. this isn't a mill in Iowa that is striking against the owner for, because they're being treated poorly. This is a subway system and a bus system, transit system for the biggest city in the world that they have made a law against striking. It's breaking the law. It's the bottom line. Just get the fuck back to work and let your bosses and management negotiate your deal. This is blackmail, it's extortion, and it's torturing the people in New York so you can get what you want.
There's going to be some action today. They're threatening throwing some of these guys in jail.
Oh, would that be great?
But there's going to be some major action today. You watch.
Throw them in jail.
You watch. There will be. And I don't want
to... Throw that arrogant fuck in jail.
The guy that can't say MTA. MTA! MTA! And he was having a good old time up there in Harlem Tuesday when this transit strike hit.
Where was he?
He was in this really, really nice restaurant and joint up in Harlem. And he walked in and everyone gave him a standing ovation. And he was enjoying the lap of luxury while everyone else was striking and walking the picket lines and everyone else not being able to get around on the subways and the buses. He's up there having a fine meal Tuesday night.
There's this underlying racial thing that's going on with this whole strike. I know there's plenty of white transit workers I've seen, on the picket lines and everything. But there's this underlying thing because of this motherfucker that's in charge. That like Reverend Al is now coming to the side of the transit workers. They're talking about things like being offended that the mayor used the word thuggery, that these people are using thug tactics, and one of their little mantras that they chant when they're marching with their signs are, we want respect and stuff, which is just something typical of the black causes and the black marches. It's always about, respect. And
respect?
It's not respect on the fucking job.
Who gets respect at their job?
What do you want respect? It's not a negotiating point, fella.
Respect? No one gets respect.
You want a raise based on your merits? That's how it works. That's how it works. People are arguing, well, if we don't strike, what are we going to bring to the bargaining table? How about your fucking merits? How about what you do on the job? How about you get paid for the better job you have, or the better you do it? Another sticking point they had was too much disciplinary action. They don't want as much disciplinary action being taken against employees that take days off, that are late, that are... What? Excuse me. It's a fucking job. Be here. Be here on time, and you want to have disciplinary action taken against you. They want to retire at 55. That's what the retirement age is right now for the transit workers. That's fine and dandy. They don't want to touch that. The MTA said they're not going to raise that. But any new people just joining, they want to push it up to 62.
62, right.
And that's a big sticking point. A lot of people's retirement age is 62. Some are 65. Some are older. It's the way it works. It's part of the fucking job. You don't like the job, get a new one. Fact is, you get a lot of pretty good benefits.
Most people would love to retire at 62.
Yep.
There's a lot of people out there that know they can't do that.
Right.
All right, here's the mayor and his latest comments on the transit strike here in New York City.
This illegal and selfish strike, let me talk a little bit about that. It needs to end, and it needs to end right now. Today in court, we are asking for a temporary restraining order against the TWU and for the judge to again order the TWU back to work. Disobeying this order would make the individual members of the unions liable for serious financial penalties, and this, I might point out, is separate from the MTA suit, which is costing the TWU $1 million a day. In regards to that legal action, TWU members need to be aware that they are already losing 2 days of pay for each day they do not go to work. If you do the math, that means for each day they're on strike, they lose 1% of their income for the year.
Oops. Some shit's going to happen today. You watch.
1% of their income for the year.
Let's go
every day.
Every day.
Let's go to Jerry in Iowa. Jerry, go.
Jerry.
Come on, guys. We're off. Jerry!
Jerry, you stink, you suck, and your mother's a whore.
Why don't you take a long walk off a short pier, Jerry?
Ooh, he's from Iowa. Where's a pier?
They have lakes.
You want to say that no one cares.
Oh, okay.
People do care. And then New Orleans was checking in, and
New Orleans got their own problems. We understand.
Yeah, but he's like, man, thanks a lot. Everyone has forgotten about us. Yeah, we forgot about you guys about a month ago. That's the reality of the world we live in.
Sorry, Iowa. Sorry, the pinnacle of the free fucking world is in a little turmoil here. As you sit there and see if your corn is frosted out in the fields.
Exactly.
Shut up. Fucking Iowa. Love being a national show these days. Well, the camera's up. Hi. Say hi to everybody.
Yeah, we're doing webcams now.
Yeah, we're doing a little pal talk.
We asked XM for well over a year. We said, look, we want a camera in our fucking studio. How hard could it be? They have cameras installed, but for some reason they don't turn them on for the listeners.
They're scared.
But they have them for themselves. They could.
That's what.
But they have them for themselves, so they could check on us at any time down at the compound in Washington.
Yeah.
So we can't wait around for XM to help us out. So we took it upon ourselves to. Anthony did actually. He got a webcam, and at this point, only like 300 people could check out the show.
Yeah, 300 people can come into this room and.
But we got plans for more webcams. Cameras. We're going to try to throw one in our office. I think it would be very interesting for our listeners.
We got to figure out sound. They can hear us pretty good. Right. It doesn't sync up with the XM signal because there's a little delay.
Right.
But they could hear us in the mic on the camera, but they can't hear the phone calls or the sound effects. So we got to figure that out for them. And we're doing it, though. We're working it out slowly but surely.
Right.
A lot of people checking in, though, every day, which is pretty cool. And it doesn't end here with the show, by the way. At night, these people, these fucking animals... get on, and about 50 of them or so. And me and Jimmy were in one of the rooms last night, and they go on room raids, where you just pick a room. Usually it's a gay room or an African room, lesbian room, and just come on and play sound clips from the show that are just so repugnant and hysterically funny.
So what happens? Someone gives the cue and everyone goes right into that room immediately?
Yeah, like usually Dugout Doug will say, you are invited to such and such a room. He goes around hunting for a room, do a little recon, and then invites everybody, and you click yes, and all of a sudden you're in that room. And just start pounding people. Just pounding them. We ended up in an insult room. It's a room full of people insulting each other. And we were in there for a good hour. And it was hysterical. There was some clown in there. This big guy, like friggin' steroid head with tattoos. And he's wearing like a Yankee wool cap and stuff and just sitting there smoking cigarettes. And we were just lambasting him, just bashing him. I'm getting on talking about how did he start taking the steroids after his prison stint while he was getting fucked up the ass by black guys. Like just pounded him. And he had tats and stuff. And some jewelry and a tongue piercing that he kept showing. And Doug was hysterical. He gets on there. Instead of being like everyone else on the insult side, he's like, yeah, well, you're a poopy head. Let me tell you something, poopy head. And they're taunting Doug to get on camera. So finally his camera pops up. It's just black. He comes on. He doesn't have his shirt on. He, like, taped a DVD to one shoulder and some kind of iPod thing to the other shoulder to look like the guy that was tattooed, put a Yankee cap on, and starts flexing and had some kind of metal thing in his mouth where he could barely talk. It was so fucking funny that everyone in the insult room, you look at their cameras, they were laughing hysterical, and they were just a bunch of miserable fucks. Very, very funny. Dugout Doug had the play of the night with that one. But it's fun. It's a bunch of animals just bashing the shit out of each other.
It's all about the pal talk these days.
That's it, Jimmy. I got to see the wall of your apartment.
Oh, my gay color, yeah.
Your gay color. I commented on the gay color of his wall.
Which is being fixed, by the way.
And what is that little shelf behind you with the light?
Oh, I had the way it
looks like black onyx or something.
Oh, yeah, a little shelf.
Nice.
That's where I'm going to eat when I'm at the dining room table.
Oh.
I want to eat there, but I don't have bar stools yet. It was
lovely.
I was laughing so hard when when they would just go on these room raids and then just start, it's like 30 people insulting everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Faggots, faggot, hey, homos, nice roll. Got AIDS? Give me AIDS.
Yeah.
Got a tissue?
Robert Reed says, I like your asshole.
I fucked Arthur Ashe. It was just nonsense. Really funny, man.
It's so bad. And then you get what's called bounce from the room. You know, if you abuse them, sometimes they're quick on the bounce. Sometimes they're a little slow. You get some more shit in. But you get bounced, and everyone regroups back in the other room. And then Doug will go on recon, find another room, boom, you're back in. And it's so immature and so fucking funny that it's a nighttime hobby for these people.
What room are you guys
now.
in for the people that want to join you?
Well, let me think. I think it's a whackbag pest.
Whackbag? Oh, pest talk or something?
Yeah, one of those. You know something? If you're clever, you can find it.
You'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. If we put it out there, it just turns crazy. Because we have a little problem going on with our room that I made. I thought calling it Opie and Anthony Live would be a good thing. It tells what it is and everything. But someone looked up Opie. There's some type of tie-in between the word Opie and something Arab.
Are you kidding?
And Muslim.
Because
yeah.
I know every morning you're like, I got to kick out the Arabs. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
The raghead's got to go.
So you set up the camera and all of a sudden the room gets flooded with Arabs?
The room gets flooded with Arabs because Opie means something to the Arabs. There's some kind of kingdom, some kind of throne thing. So they all load in thinking it's something like that. And it would be fine if, they just wanted to hang out and watch, but they're constantly like abusing the women, trying to get them to show their tits. They hold the mic down and don't leave it alone. Yeah, but we're white people.
Oh, God bless. Good point.
And they're holding the mic down and they won't shut up. So they get the boot. They get the boot.
Well, we got to find out what this is all about, Opie and the Arab world.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Something with your name. Thanks.
You're a blonde
Thanks
hero.
a million.
Huh?
You're a blonde hero to them.
You're like a god to them.
You.
Yeah.
They all have the black hair and big mustaches, and then you come along like Jesus.
Yeah, you're this ray of light.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. We have to get to the bottom of that.
But it's very funny. A lot of people are getting hooked up. Like I said, we have a capacity here for about 300 people right now. I heard we have been contacted by the people from Pal Talk.
Yes.
And maybe we could work something out. Get bigger rooms.
More cameras.
Stuff like that. A few more cameras hooked up for different angles. Because Opie's... I've been trying to swing the camera around as good as we can, but the cord's a little short. The laptop's over here behind this big console, and so is Opie. If we get a camera maybe over there, on that corner of the window, perhaps back there, get a 2-camera shoot going here.
I like being hidden.
You like being a little hidden?
I like being hidden, and then I just kind of take a peek every once in a while from around the corner.
And another big thing that people like about this is when we go to spots, unless we're talking about something really, on the QT, the sound is up.
Right.
So they could hear us goofing on Ben or E-Rock or anything else.
Well, we're not comfortable enough. Eventually we'll just keep it on the whole time, and you get to hear the real dirt.
All the dirt.
All the behind-the-scenes dirt. No problem. We're just not comfortable enough yet to do that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, it's like Ben will come in and go, Elo just called, and is that mic on?
Right.
And, I'd rather turn it off than have what Elo's saying over there. Yeah. Although it could be on because it's just ridiculous drivel most of the time anyway.
Elo was on the hotline. I couldn't get to him because we were talking about a bunch of things, so maybe he could call back.
Good. Is he going to shut down the whole thing now?
This was before that.
Shut off the camera.
No, we're
This is my personal account.
That's right.
I'm just bringing it here so... I could keep in touch with people.
How many girls were flashing their rack? We had like 4 or 5 girls flashing their tits at one time.
Yesterday was great. Last night...
There were a few good ones yesterday.
Yeah. Last night, a lot of girls flashing titty.
Lovely.
Pretty good. Pretty good. And then this morning in the office, Steve C. wanted to see a couple of the different rooms. He goes, what other kinds of rooms are they? I go, other kinds? Let's go to the adult room. Went there, punched up. The first 5 cameras I punched up, just... guys jacking it. Just guys jacking right. And they put the camera like right there where it's like a fisheye lens.
Yes.
So it looks like Flipper looking into the... You ever see when they those wildlife shows where they put the camera down and the sea lion goes right up to the camera? That's what they do with their cock. It is so disturbing and hysterical.
We have someone flashing right now as we speak.
Who, Opie?
Very lovely.
I don't see.
Some girl named Lucy? Lucci.
Lucci's a good egg.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Lucci's a real good egg. She'll flash.
She just flashed, and now she's combing her hair.
Hold on, Aunt. Where's her things on up?
I'm trying to find
Anthony?
her. There she is.
She's getting rave reviews from everyone else in the room.
She's what we call a dish.
All right, Lucci, I'm sorry. I don't like to beg or anything, but Jimmy didn't see it. The camera is now up. We are looking at you.
I like to beg.
I have the larger window up just for you so Jimmy could see. After you're done brushing your hair, maybe you can show Jimmy your goods, because he is really, really into you. And nice turtleneck. That's good. She's got to take a drag of her cigarette.
Her little glasses. She's a lovely gal.
Yeah. And
they're all cheering for Lucci.
They're cheering her on. There she goes.
Up and there they
Holy
wow, are they large? Those are large.
Look at that. She pushes them together and makes great titty fuck tits.
Those are really hefty, lovely breasts.
Awesome. Everyone is applauding in the room.
Aren't
They're
they
loving it.
That is really good.
And
man.
isn't this what the internet is really all about? We've reached the point where...
Look at that. Wow, it's still happening.
It's still there. It's beautiful.
Those tits are fantastic.
That is very nice.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Oh, dude, what a genius you are for bringing this live forum here into this studio.
I thought the fans would want to see this.
I know, I want to see it.
And I know we've gotten a little bit of flack from very few people that it is a pay thing. But it's really the only way right now that we can do this. I understand it's something like $60 a year. So, and believe me, they're not a sponsor. We're not making dime one off of this. As a matter of fact, I upgraded to the $90 room just so we can get more people in there. Yeah. We just want people to check out the show and stuff. So, yes, we're sorry. It does cost you a little bit of money. I've had people actually bitch like, dude, what the fuck, man? It's like,
for the hardcore listeners.
Yeah, if you can't swing it, that's just the way it is. If you can, it's kind of fun to peek in. The casual listener doesn't give a shit,
but we have a hardcore audience, and they want all this stuff.
How much is $60 a year? What is that, $5 a month?
Yeah,
it's $1.25 a week to look at tits and fucking fat guys in the Midwest jerking off. How do you miss
off? Oh, is Doug reenacting his scene from last night?
Yes, he is.
There he is. Look, he's got the DVD taped on his shoulder, some XM thing, and he's got the maniacal face on. That is how that guy looked last night. Just like a fucking lunatic.
That's very good.
Those room raids were hilarious.
Elo.
Oh.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Elo?
This is the most amazing tape show I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, thanks for...
Oh, yeah. You thought we were off today?
I am so screwed up on dates. I have no idea what day it is.
See, now, did you just think it was Friday? Or
I actually thought yesterday was Thursday because I'm in such a panic because I have no Christmas gifts. I'm just, like, freaked out about it.
You're that guy, too, then.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I got Opie's call, I was traveling, and I said, you guys have a good Christmas, blah, blah, blah. I turned the show on this morning, I'm driving in, and I hear it, and I'm like,
We love what we do so much that we barely took time off.
Right.
I know.
Every other high-profile radio show in America is off, pretty much.
They were off
for the week, yeah.
Between now and New Year's, and we're even working a bunch of days next week as well.
Yeah, next week we'll be on.
Yeah.
I think we're just taking Monday off.
Because we realize our personal lives stink.
So this is what it's all about.
Why would we take a few days off to do what?
You can't even get out of the city anyway, so might as well just stay there and work.
Dude, no, it's a wreck.
It is a nightmare.
I can't even imagine. This is one of the few times I'm glad I don't live in Manhattan right now. So.
It is a nightmare. It's just you can't even describe it to the...
I'll tell you what's really good, though. Getting the fuck out of here at 11 o'clock. I was cross town in 5 minutes. And over the bridge... home in about 20 minutes. It was the fastest ride home. Yeah, getting in is a bitch. It's waking up way too early, sitting in way too much traffic. And then, it's 2 hours before we hit the air that I'm sitting around watching the staff. They actually do stuff. I never knew that. I came in and I see the staff and they do things.
Well, speaking of doing things, one of the things I got to do before the end of the year is sign expense reports, right?
Oh, right.
So Don Wicklund brings in this pile of expense reports. Now, mind you, I still have yet to actually see the shopping spree expense reports yet. I don't even know where those are. But I'm actually I'm actually going through it. I go line by line through every expense report because, we got to control cost. I have in front of me the entire year of Ben Sparks' expense reports in front of me.
Holy shit.
Now, let me just give you some highlights of what he has actually submitted.
Oh, that'd be great!
Are you ready for this?
You rule. Yes.
Okay, September 26, 2005. This is a 3-page report, okay, with the form, descriptions, attached receipts for coffee and gum for Jim Norton for $3.06. All right?
He expensed coffee and gum.
Okay. Ready for this one?
Yeah.
This is, again, This is September 26th, so it must have been the one day he decided to actually, turn some of them in, but never got it to me. All right, this one is for $2.58. Opie, money for milk for coffee.
Well, in a year, that can build up.
Okay, now, if you think obviously milk has decreased in price because on October 9th, he expenses, and this may be an all-time management record, an expense report for $1.29 for milk for coffee at offices.
Jesus, Ben is a chiseler.
And just in case you're curious, he got it the Dwayne Reed 134, which obviously is the one right across the street, so he didn't go far.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't charge me mileage for that. Now, here's the big one.
Ben is coming in to try to defend himself.
All right.
Wait, I want to hear Elo first. Go ahead, Elo.
The big one just came in here for November 23rd, where he actually spent $17.20 food for Patrice O'Neill.
Oh, you got to see what Patrice eats when he's here. That was his breakfast. I took Patrice for lunch after the last show he did for us last week.
Right.
He ordered 2 complete meals.
Oh, yeah.
At that joint we go to, Jimmy?
Yep.
And Postal Mike is commenting, Elo, I bet you find no combs on that list.
Or soap or anything else.
Soap. Expensing a leaf blower.
But the funniest part about this is how you guys never have any money.
We have money?
Opie, I need milk. $2 for milk, so I got to expense it.
Don't you lump me into that.
I'm not saying
Don't lump me into that.
I noticed
man.
there's no Anthony expense.
Listen, I know...
You will not find one Anthony expense on that whole thing.
There isn't one Anthony expense.
I'm an idiot for not doing it, but...
Here's another one. Ready? This is October 30th. Ready?
Yeah.
Cab money for Bill Burr for $8.20. How did he know Bill Burr needed exactly $8.20?
Yeah, look at that.
Well, you can't accuse Ben of...
I don't... He actually does detail. It's like 57th Street Studio, Bill Burr home, $370. Bill Burr home to 57th Street Studio, $450. So would the cab take a detour? Wouldn't it be the same amount of price?
Oh. So when his family came over, it was Ben Sparksowitz. And then they just cut it short to assimilate to the country a little more.
Ben would make essential to the production.
He would make a great accountant.
Well, here's February 19th, 2005.
Yeah.
All right? And again, I'm approving expense reports for almost 10 months ago. There is a statute of limitations, by the way. New Orleans trip. Okay.
He expensed a raft?
Did he buy a kayak? Yeah.
Kayak, just touch it.
Dinner at the Royal Sonesta Hotel.
That's where we stayed.
Yeah,
this one's going to be big.
Yeah.
$31. Does he just eat by himself?
No, that was actually Poe came in and ate on that and then left me on that one. So that was the two of us.
Wow.
Yeah,
$31. Wow,
that's
nothing.
But here's what you don't get, Ben. You write lunch on the receipt and you put dinner on the report.
I was trying to get those all in by the 15th. There was a lot I found expensive.
That was like 3 o'clock. I didn't know. Lunch, dinner.
That's great.
Wow.
You spent more money on postage, staples, and paper than
Actually, wait a second. At the end total is is like $500 though.
Yeah, but I could lose half the expense reports and go to $495. I swear to God, I've never seen anybody in any company, I don't care big or small, expense something for $1.26. That's like writing a check for a soda.
I'm an idiot. I am an idiot, man. I should be expensing if I have to stay in a hotel because of something we're doing.
Yeah.
Like I know we did the Halloween party and stuff, and I had to stay in town for that. I can expense that hotel room. But I don't bother.
We don't hand in expense reports, Anthony
paperwork. This brings me right back to high school when a report was due, and I was just the guy that never handed in shit, even though it was for my own good.
Corporate America
I'm right back there.
Purposely does that. Because I looked at the expense report one day, and I was like, fuck, no, I'm not dealing with this.
I know. It's all complicated.
I think I've handed in one in a year and whatever.
I'm actually expensing my apartment, so you're going to be getting something from me.
Your mortgage.
I'm technically based out of L.A. now, so this is all like, work travel. So thanks.
Some of your expense reports are actually quite comical.
Have I had any? I've had a couple, but not many.
Tiffany, Bambi.
Yeah, just girls' names.
I don't even know who these people are. This is job interviews. That's all I know.
Yeah, they help me write material for the show at 3 in the morning.
Writer, at least get creative and pad it. It's sort of like, market research or something.
Happy ending.
Elo, we appreciate the great radio you're giving us, but we have so much to do today.
Yes.
All right, I'm out of here.
Hey, by the way, Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
It's Merry Christmas.
I was going to say Happy Holidays.
Fuck the Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas, everybody.
That's right.
Can I have a gift?
All right, boys. Merry Christmas.
Can I have a gift?
All right, Elo.
Eric, I'd like a gift. Eric, can I have a gift?
He will not get hung up on.
I want a gift.
You want a gift?
I want a gift.
Well, let me tell you something. I'll let you in on a little secret.
What's the secret? I like secrets.
I don't know if you're involved, but I would assume. Don Wicklund called me last night and asked me. He goes, Elo wants to know what your address is. I'm like, okay.
Why are you saying this?
All right. Because I'm assuming that there is a gift on the way.
Well, let me tell you something, Anthony. I got that same call from Don Wicklund.
Yes, I know. I heard from Don Wicklund.
I was doing some shopping, and my phone rang. It was Don Wicklund, and he said, what's your address at home? Because Elo wants to send you something.
That's what I heard. Jimmy, did you get that call? Oh, no.
No. Maybe they have my address? LOL.
They probably just already have your address.
They probably know it offhand, right, guys? They probably just have my address. They've talked about it before.
Oh, no.
Anthony, the last couple of days has just become a scumbag. I think it's because you're not sleeping.
It really is.
And you have to get up so early to beat that 5 a.m. curfew.
I'm genuinely a nice person.
Because you never do this type of thing.
I know.
You know that if Don Wicklund called looking for your home address, and I got the same call, I wasn't going to bring it to everyone's attention. I'm assuming that pretty much you and I are the only ones getting gifts from Elo.
Oh, well, I think Elo should include, and Elo, if you're listening, I think Jimmy Norton should be included in any gift giving.
Fuck no.
He is an integral part of this program.
No. And I'll tell you why. Because the listeners have taken upon themselves to send in a lot of great gifts to Jimmy Norton. What do we get?
A
Nothing.
Power drill?
A power drill?
You get some.
I get something addressed to Robert Reed. You
got Godiva chocolates yesterday or something?
Right, I always give them away.
The gift that keeps giving.
I give them away to the folks around here. I don't eat them.
All right.
But no, they probably have my address. I'm sure they wouldn't. Wouldn't do that.
Certain of it.
They must have my address.
I am absolutely certain of it.
But if they don't, it's never too late to call.
No.
For my address. For things, gifts, and stuff.
Elo.
Let's go all the way to Seattle.
Wow.
It's Will. Will.
Early.
What's up?
Good morning, boys. How you doing?
Hi, Will.
Hi.
Courtney Love is broke. A little Seattle tie-in. Courtney Love is broke, and she wants to sell the Nirvana catalog for like $100 million. $100
million?
$100 million.
You buy it?
For that.
Only whip out my wallet. Maybe I could buy. Hey, guys.
You ain't getting away with that shit. Not today, my friend.
Man, I'm glad I got that. Hey, I got an idea for your betting thing. Not that long ago, you guys did a bit where you had Big A, you had Bill Burton CEO. You wrote down things on paper and had Big A say sexy things to blind Krista while she was masturbating.
Oh, did that make one of the best bits of the year?
I hope it did.
That was one of the best bits we did since coming to satellite radio.
That was pretty damn awesome. Well, hey, slightly altered. I think you can make a competition out of it.
Okay.
Get a couple pests in, No Filter Paul, Big A, Stalker Patty, whoever, and then bring in 5 guys like Fan, E-Rock, whatever. Put them in a chair. Their job is to keep an absolute straight face. Have your pests up there, and then whoever's betting, put the money into a pot. Divide it by however many you guys you have sitting in the chairs supposed to keep a straight face.
Lost me.
Oh, okay.
I was there, but what?
Okay, put the money into a pot, and then let's say you got 5 guys in a chair. They've got to keep a straight face. They cannot laugh. Divide the money 5 ways. Each one of those contestants, they've got an individual pot. Now, you guys betting, they take turns. They write on a piece.
All right.
Holy shit.
Stunk.
Holy shit.
That stunk.
We are going to do the big betting show in the very near future.
Yeah.
Maybe early in the new year. we're trying to figure out all sorts of great bets we could do with the people that are associated with the show.
Right.
Speaking of Big A, he's outside the studio. And
he made it?
And there he is.
Because he said he was having a problem getting in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, earlier he was on Pal Talk in the office.
Big A, come in here.
It's so funny to listen to him, because you'll see he'll get the mic.
Yeah.
And because you get a little mic prompt when you have the mic, and you have the floor. You're able to talk to everybody on Pal Talk. And it's just the biggest delay, and then you just hear, hi, guys. Click. It's off. Yeah, thank you for the contribution.
What's up, Big A?
Hi, Dollface.
Nothing much.
Nothing much. What is that?
Nice load stain on your shirt.
Yeah, what is that?
We know what that is.
Is that jism?
No. You jerked off?
Oh, my God. That stain. Of course, that's a load stain.
That's a load stain.
That is kind
Every suit I own has that.
Perfect placement.
What is that?
Paint.
Paint?
When I was at Master Pose painting.
Yeah, really?
You got no other paint on you?
No.
Turn around.
You be painting your stomach with your cock?
There's a little on the side.
No, man. That's a jizz stain, bro.
It's a clear stuff stain.
No, it's not.
Jimmy is right there, Jimmy.
Jimmy's a pro.
Let me smell.
Put the black light to it.
That's actually
Let me taste.
That's a clear stuff stain. Like when you get clear stuff on you, like I leak a little clear stuff and
then
it'll stain a black.
turns crusty white like this.
It's all right, no big deal. You're a good boy. Huh?
It's what? Say it on mic.
It's paint.
I'm not accusing you.
Whatever you want to call it.
Paint.
I'm not even accusing you. I'm saying that with reverence.
So what's up, Big A?
How'd you get in?
Actually, a cab snuck me in. There's only one person, and of course I needed 3 other people. But,
Right.
Somehow he dropped me off at 57th and 11th. And I walked.
How did he get through the barricade?
I got on at Henry Hudson, and he...
Were you in the back seat and they thought 3 people were in there? Is that what it is?
They just saw a big head in the back, like there's going to be a group of some sort.
Got to be 3 people's heads. Yeah, well, glad you made it in.
Right.
I don't know. Where's Twitchy?
Twitchel's come in here.
Twitchel's here. He made it too?
Well, this is our latest great bit. It's Big A and Twitchel's. They do the news. Jimmy, you haven't seen this yet, right?
I have not.
Twitchels.
Yo, what's up, man?
Say hi to Jim Norton.
Hi. Yo, hey, how you doing?
See you. All right.
Good to meet you.
Pleasure.
Wow. Wow,
you're all over the place.
Well,
today.
I was nervous because of the the whole strike, and I had to walk from Penn Station here, and it's just nuts.
It's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, just a tad bit.
He's a comic too, Jimmy.
That's cool.
All he's got to do is beat.
Yeah, a little bit in New York, mostly out of South Jersey. I'm friends with Round Boy Jimmy Graham. Who's on Murderers Row tour with you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
He's you're 20 years old, right?
Yeah, 20. 9/11. 9/11 I was born.
Yeah, huh? Wow.
Oh, God. I need some more coffee, right?
Yeah, maybe a Red Bull. That seems to do you.
Yeah, Red Bull makes you...
coffee and Red Bull.
Jimmy doesn't know what to think of him.
We're used to him already.
Yeah, he's been in here 3 or 4 times, Jimmy, while you've been in L.A. being a star.
What are we doing in
This
LA?
is the first time you've seen him.
Shooting a show.
Is that the HBO sitcom I heard?
Yeah.
Congrats on that, man. That's awesome. Oh, God. So how you guys been? How was your week?
Pretty good. Pretty crazy,
been, sucky with the transit strike,
yes.
But we're muddling through.
Oh, I can only imagine. It sucks. 20 blocks I had to walk.
Yeah. Do you take any kind of medication? Is there a...
Oh, well, to be honest with you...
Jimmy doesn't know what to think.
Well, I told you guys before. I'm just looking at his face right now.
I've never seen Jimmy like this before. What's going through your head, Jim?
It's got to be very difficult.
Yes.
We're not setting you up, by the way. He's
I know
the real
you're not.
deal.
No, I know he is.
Okay.
I've had certain tics in my life, just never that severe. I'm always like, I don't want to get started like watching him and all of a sudden have my
doing it.
It's Tourette's is contagious, but I know what he means. If my neighbor has this, he'll do it every now and then. I'll do like a facial tic. Never been that extreme, but I was diagnosed when I was 7 with it. And what was your question about my weight?
I had nervous like blinking a little bit when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like I was blinking real hard. Not like crazy person blinking, but every so often I felt I had to blink real hard. That was about it. I mean, that's like having a hangnail and going to a cancer patient. This hurts. But
what was your question about the medicine you said?
Are you on any kind of medication?
Well, I'm not medicated, and I haven't been medicated since I was 17 because the medicine was what made me 300 pounds. It made me increase my weight and retain
weight. Oh, that's right. You were like...
and that's why, that's how I lost the 85 pounds because I said I'd rather twitch more and be thinner than be morbidly obese and, basically be drugged out.
But did the medicine keep you from twitching?
I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Just
please don't apologize.
It's just been nuts. Some of the medicine did good. One medication caused me heart trouble. The other was the weight problem. And then they just couldn't find something dead on. You name it, I've been on it. It was a mix of depression and Tourette medicine. Haldol, Ritalin, Prozac, Clonidine, Prolixin. It's just a whole bunch of shit. But I'm glad I'm off it now.
Say fuck it and...
Yeah, I'm living this life, so it's my choice, and I'm non-medicated. I have other sources of medication, and,
Yeah.
I just got to live my life.
Do you smoke pot?
Time, right?
Well, I would assume that would calm
my
you
children's
down.
book just came out a couple months ago, so I don't answer that question.
Let's say if based on your own experience.
To be honest with you, I am an advocate.
Who the fuck would blame you? Are you kidding me?
You know what? I am an advocate of medicinal marijuana. Right now, they've done studies on how it does benefit those who are afflicted with the disorder. Like Tom, was it Montel for MS? He's an advocate for those reasons to help people with glaucoma.
Let's say if you smoked a joint, if you did,
okay,
would it calm you down and keep you from twitching?
Oh, that's a fucking understatement. It feels great. And
really?
It really mellows it, and it's to the point where it's like 5 or 10 minutes in, it's actually coming onto the effect. And I'm the one where it doesn't really affect me mentally, but it calms it down. Like, I'll be, like, some nights I'm twitching so bad, like, my neck, I can't sleep because I start getting neck pains.
Holy
and my
shit.
doctor said, since I don't want to be on Tourette medicine, he said, well, what about muscle relaxers? Just, and I said, I don't want to, mess with that. So, sometimes it does get really bad. What?
Can you get Vicodin?
I don't forget what it was, but he did. I already have a written prescription for whenever I need it. I can get it whenever for
Let me just say, whoever invented that drug,
it could be Vicodin. I forget.
Should be given the Nobel Prize.
You're obsessed with the Vicodin.
Vicodin's fantastic. What about drinking?
Drinking's good. I drink every now and then, and for the most part,
does it help out?
It's the same thing, common feeling. It really.
Yeah.
I mean, I get like everyone else, shit-faced and stupid, but I don't tick as much when I'm drunk. But the marijuana is definitely better than the drinking as far as calming.
I've never seen Jimmy speechless. You are speechless.
Yeah, I've just kind of been watching and enjoying.
On coke,
I hope we're not making you feel uncomfortable,
Not even a little.
Have you ever tried, or let's just say, has anyone with Tourette's that you know ever tried coke, and have you ever seen the reaction? And
well, I'll just say straight up, I never had done anything other than, and because I don't even want to mess with that. I don't want to take a chance, but I don't know anyone who's had Tourette's who's done it, but who knows? I'm sure there's a lot of
I just picture you looking like the Tasmanian devil. All you'd see is like this little tornado, and you'd be buzzing around the room because that would be fun to see.
Well, I've had ecstasy offered to me before I tried it.
Yeah?
I'm just afraid. I'm a pussy when it comes to that stuff, and
not a pussy.
I just don't want to try it. Oh God.
Jimmy is speechless.
The girlfriend, is it hard having like a girlfriend, or like do they?
It's difficult. It's difficult, and to the point where I don't think I've ever had one consistent, steady relationship. I mean, I've had my share, but I think as me, I'm an actor primarily. Been doing this for 12 years, and I want to keep doing this. It's my living, and I don't think I need that, especially having Tourette's. I just don't need that pressure.
Does it affect roles? Is it hard to do roles?
To be honest with you, acting is my best medication. The only reason why some people in the industry know I have it is because of, I've been in the media and whatnot. That's how I know it. But they would not know I have it just by meeting me. I can control it when I'm doing a read, a cold reading. I've been on set, and even when I do my stand-up, for some reason I'm able to like put it on the shelf for a little bit. But you know what?
That might be tough to incorporate into some roles.
All right, listen.
Your Honor.
Rachel, you come back.
Jimmy, last time he was here, we made him drink Red Bull for the first time.
Oh, Red Bulls and coffee.
You had 2 Red Bulls and a coffee last time.
Yeah, 2 Red Bulls and coffee. So
no, why? Because he came in and he was a little too mellow.
Well, I took the liberty of having 3 coffees prior to getting here, and I haven't hit up the Starbucks machine yet. I love coffee in general.
Right.
But
well, here's the deal. We got Twitchels and Big A. They're going to do the news. After the break, I think we should do it early today if it's written and ready to go.
Yeah, sure.
All right?
Oh, ooh, Jesus, Mary Joseph.
It just looks exhausting.
It is.
Doesn't it? It looks like every muscle, like you're constantly working out.
It's like you think masturbation takes a lot out of you. This is like doing it 24 hours a day.
Did we ask you about sleep? Could you get a good night's sleep?
Yeah, like I said, very rarely where I have it so bad. Like last time I had it so bad where I couldn't sleep and it affected it. It's like 6 months ago. I get usually once or twice a year I have the really bad nights where I'm like I can't stop. Like
but you could sleep all night usually?
Movie? Well, you ever see that movie? This is a good example of Robert De Niro. I forget what it is, but he was
Awakenings.
Awakenings,
right.
And it was like that where I was a totally different person. It's like I seem like a completely different person, and and I'm doing this constantly, and I can't stop it. And I saw that movie, and it cracked me up because it was like watching my childhood. That's exactly what. Because I did it more when I was younger.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, I can get a good night's sleep. I usually just, or some Tourette's, usually to smoke some pot and get some Tourette's.
All right, what are we promoting today? The children's book is out?
My children's book is out. I'm actually doing the Comedy Cabaret in Northeast Philadelphia on Saturday, January 7th, comedycabaret.com. That's in Northeast Philly. And yeah, my children's book has been out, and you can look at that on my website.
How do you spell that?
Is there a www dot first?
LaughterbyLou.com. You can check out the book at laughterbyLou.com.
I thought the website was .com.
It's .com. But no, it's laughterbyLou.com. It's called Little Twitching Timmy, the Turtle with Tourette's.
All right. Get out of here, man, because you're tiring us all out.
Okay.
These guys will be back to do the news. Big A and Twitchels. Big A, you ready for the news today, right?
Wait. Yes, I am. Yes.
All right.
Oh. No. Oh, did you just get nailed?
What?
Nothing. Just go.
Oh.
Just walk away. All right. They'll do the news in a few minutes here. It's Nate in Utah. Nate.
What's happening, guys?
What's up, Nate?
Not much. How you doing, Supple Cheeks?
Hi.
Hey, I got a betting idea.
Okay.
Take half a Hulk face.
Yep.
Go to a restaurant. It's kind of like the same thing you do at Twitchell's.
Well, here's the problem right off the bat. We're trying to find things we could do in studio. We're setting up this betting show, and we want everyone to, bet at home and stuff with your friends. It could be a good time. But we're trying to figure out bets that we could actually do in the studio.
Okay.
It'll be a lot easier.
Hey, got a little bit of a O&A virus update for you.
All right.
Your Bodog bit that you do?
Yeah.
It's all over the damn place on XM.
The Bodog bit we do?
Yeah, your Bodog commercial that you do?
The what?
Oh, the commercial?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bit. That's just a commercial, right?
Well, you know what I meant.
What, do they play it on other channels?
Yeah, it was on 165 earlier, and I heard it on another channel a little while ago.
Oh, cool. All right,
we love the Bodog.net.
Bodog.net. They should sponsor our betting show in the near future. Hey, we should go to break with a classic... it's a classic Anthony bit, actually, from our Demented World CD. We haven't played this in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Tourette's Whorehouse.
Oh, remember this?
This kind of makes sense today.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Hi, I'm going to be in the Nevada area in about a week. I got your pleasure menu. Oh, could you hold on a minute? Oh, I'm sorry. I have Tourette Syndrome, which makes it hard to communicate.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
You need prices, hon?
Yes.
Okay, well, house minimum starts at $100, and that's for a basic one-activity party.
100. Wow, that's pretty cheap.
That's where the prices start, and then from there the sky's the limit, because all the ladies are independent contractors.
you don't think the girls would mind being with a guy with a Tourette?
That's no problem, hon. Handicap's no problem.
Oh, good. So I could come down and, get a girl and climb aboard and start going,
Well, you have to come in and discuss that with the lady.
Okay. So for $100, could I put my head between her? Could I do that?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to discuss that on the phone. You have to discuss that with the lady, okay?
I just want to warn you that when I get in the room and things get hot and heavy, I could get a little wild, when I get... Oh, is that okay?
That's no problem, hon.
Oh, do you take the MasterCard?
Yes, we do.
Could I bring a muzzle so I don't clamp down on anything I shouldn't?
That's fine.
Do you think a girl would mind if when I start she spanks me?
You have to come in and discuss with the lady.
Are they pretty women?
Very pretty.
This might sound...
Worth your time, okay?
This might sound like a strange request, but... Do you have any girls that aren't that attractive, babe?
All of our ladies are very nice.
I have jungle fever. You have any girls?
We have black ladies, we have Asian ladies, we have Oriental ladies. It just depends. I have to go now because I'm very busy.
Do you have any? Do you have a dwarf?
No, we don't. Not at this time.
Because I saw a dwarf in a movie once, and it made me...
Goodbye, okay?
But wait a minute.
Get infected.
Donna, our buddy Bill over here wants to have you lay back, right? Take your pants down, and then he's gonna get real close to your snatch, and give a little sniff, because he's into that. He's a freak. He don't want to touch you.
No touching.
He doesn't want to touch you. He don't want you to touch him. He just wants...
See some action.
He wants to see...
Smell the action.
Real up close, though, he wants to see.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see up close? Okay.
So now all you got to do is get up, take the pants off, and lay down over there. That's right.
Okay, hold on.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And we're all good. All right. Here we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I take my shirt off?
Yeah, you might as well just take the whole goddamn thing.
Usually we love when the women take off their shirts.
Hey,
very
hairy.
Oh,
wow. You're a natural woman, aren't you?
I've never seen Afro puffs in an armpit.
That's nice. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, baby.
Look at...
Ooh, yeah. I thought you said you weren't wearing no panties.
I don't.
Oh. I hear you. There she goes. Wow, yeah. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby.
Oh, my God.
Nice. That's some sweet chocolate.
Holy mother.
Okay, I don't even think he's got to get close. All right, now if you would, Donna, if you'd lay back on the Liberator.
All right.
Hey, anybody see Harry and the Hendersons?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, baby.
You sure you're not giving birth right now?
Oh, my God.
Bill, you look a little nervous.
Just want to get this over with.
Now, all right.
Why does it look like she's giving birth to an ABA player?
You got a lot of hair down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're hairy down there.
Look at you. You're ready for your beauty shots, I see.
Now, yeah, she's being all glamorous down there. She's feeling like a woman.
She looks like
there.
She looks like Metal Arc Lemon.
That's wonderful. Now, what we need is,
holy crap,
Bill.
We don't even have to do the bit anymore.
Bill.
All right, baby.
Now, Donna. We're gonna need
you to do it.
We're gonna need you to really, when he gets ready, to get a real close look down there, we need you to what they call spread them.
We need you.
You know what that's all about, right?
No, we need her.
Yeah, like that. Just like that. I can't wait to see the video of this. Yeah, baby.
All right, listen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, get in the birthing
You can smell
position.
her at the fish market.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Holy crap.
Fucking unbelievable.
We don't even have to... All right, wow, look at those socks. They used to be white, right?
Yeah, leave them on. Leave them on.
Right?
Yeah, leave them.
Leave on. That's sexy.
No, actually, I think you need to take the socks off. There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's good.
Yeah, they're good. All right.
Hammer toes.
Holy sh... All right. Okay, Bill.
Oh, my...
Are you ready?
Any last words?
Any last one?
just tell me when.
Donna, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Now,
right.
yeah, kind of get you got to lay down almost on the front of the Liberator there, Bill. Lay down a little.
Lay down a little.
Yeah.
Donna, don't touch him.
Yeah, he's very shy. He's a shy boy there, Donna. He's shy.
Yeah, no touching.
Now, kind of lay down on the Liberator in front of her.
There you go.
And just...
All right, this could be good.
Get your face right in there. Yeah.
Get the mic right down there. All right. Shh.
Big whip, big whip.
Oh, he's tearing.
Wow.
He's tearing. You all right, Bill? You all right? There's no color in his face left. You all right there, Bill?
I'm good.
Wow.
Ta-da.
The aristocrat. You are something, man.
You're checking out the Opie Anthony program with Disturbed, Land of Confusion. They're part of the Jägermeister music tour, right, Anthony?
That's right. Disturbed, Corrosion to Conformity, and Jägermeister. Win custom tour prizes from Schecter, Coffin Case, and Peavey. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster outlets or online at Ticketmaster.com. For tour information, visit Jägermeistermusictour.com or go to Disturbed1.com. Brought to you by Jägermeister Liqueur, 35% alcohol by volume. Must be at least 21 to receive prizes. Prizes where permitted by law.
And if you're in the Baltimore area and want to see Disturbed tonight at Ram's Head Live, call in to win a pair of VIP tickets, and you will also meet Disturbed, okay?
Right. So annoyed I missed those guys.
Yes. He was really cool.
Oh, yeah, it was just him that came in?
Yeah, he was really cool. That was a great interview. We had a lot of fun.
He's an animal.
Big Kev in studio. We're moments away from Big A, and Twitchel's doing the news for us, or the weekend review, I guess we're calling it. And I see Big Kev has brought presents for everybody.
Every Christmas, it seems Big Kev brings gifts, and we bring nothing.
Why don't we bring gifts? I don't think to do it.
I don't either.
I am imbued with the Christmas spirit.
Is that what it is?
What's imbued mean?
Yeah, if you use that word again, we're going to smash you.
You know, I went to
hot tea in your face.
That's right.
Full of
You'll be imbued with salve and other things to remove scalding liquid.
I went to Big Kev's Christmas party, as I attend every year. And he does something called the Spirit of Taking.
Yes.
It's very interesting.
Trademark?
You bring a gift wrapped up. They all go under the tree. And then you choose numbers. And then the corresponding numbers are then chosen out of a hat by Kev. Let's say you're number 4. And he chooses number 4. You can go to the tree and grab a gift. Then the next person, say they're number 15, pick out number 15. They now have a choice. They can grab the present under the tree, another one, or steal the gift that the person just grabbed from under the tree. At which point that person then goes back to the tree, gets another gift, take another number, and it goes. It can go on for hours where people just want to steal the best-looking wrapped gift, which usually turns out to be the biggest piece of crap.
Yeah.
We've noticed over the years the best-looking one, the one that changes hands the most, is usually one year it was bubble wrap.
Yeah, it was a $5 minimum, and it was $5 worth of bubble wrap.
And I ended up with like one of the prized possessions this year. It was wrapped in tubes. It looked like a bazooka, the way it was wrapped up, and it turned out to be 3-foot-long loofah pads and some lotion. Ugh. Just horrid.
But it looked great during the game.
It's the spirit of taking.
That's right.
But last night I'm watching Office Space. The Office, that show, The Office. They were doing that.
Ripping me off.
Ripping you off, hoo-hoo. They were calling it something else, but they were doing it unwrapped also.
Oh, see, no.
Which was a little odd. How can you do it unwrapped? Then you know what's good and what's bad.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's got to be wrapped.
That's a great idea, though.
Yeah, it's the spirit of taking.
By the way,
it's really
Kev,
taken off.
You smell lovely today.
Thank you very much.
Someone has to say it.
Yes.
You smell lovely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Little, had to get out on the air.
It was an awkward moment a couple days ago, so I just want to let Kev know he smells lovely.
If you saw a blind man walking into traffic, you would tell him, don't walk into that traffic.
No, I wouldn't, because it's funny to watch him get hit by the car.
It is. What's funny is to hear the dog get hit first, and then just to hear him going, "Hey, Scraps! Hey, Scraps!"
And holding on to just pulverized meat on the end of that white handle.
And he notices that he's walking, and then all of a sudden the thing's behind him. Like, hey, where's Scraps? Here, boy. Meanwhile, his fucking little head was crushed.
Oh, imagine the horrified people walking by as he's just talking to meat on a stick.
Are you okay? Are you laying down for arrest?
Poor little guy.
Yeah. You want to pass out your gifts there?
Sure. I like gifts.
Everyone
seem very anxious.
Yes.
I need Steve and Ben, Travis.
Everybody. All of them.
Fan, Danny.
All right, get everybody.
Aww.
Where's Jimmy going?
I'm going to get some water. I'm dying of thirst. I don't want to ask the intern to do it. It's Christmas. I'll do it myself.
Where's Jimmy going? Jimmy is leaving his post.
Why are you leaving your post?
Can I have a water bill, please? And you guys get in here for gifts.
All right. There you go.
Leave your post for gift time. Look at Than. He knows he's got to come in for gift time, yet does he put his work down and
Absolutely
stop?
Not.
No, he's highlighting as we speak.
He's a suck-up, and he just wants you to know that he's working hard.
Oh. He really is.
This should have been done earlier. That's the real time for
Should have been done earlier. I'm disappointed in myself.
He's great. Dan's going to be a star in the new year. You watch.
He certainly is.
Hey, do people know who you are on Pal Talk? No? All right. I won't say. I won't say. But you pop in there.
Yes,
he let me know.
Pass these to Opie, please.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, a little bottle of vino.
Got a bottle of vino. Some Merlot.
First the green one, then the red one is to be opened. Look at this. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas on the Opie and Anthony show.
Opie first.
I feel bad I didn't get anything for Big Kev.
Can't really see.
Danny?
Or anybody else.
I got a planner.
It's in there.
Where's Ben?
It's a planner. You know something? Opie's big on
Derek?
these things.
That's a perfect gift.
Why don't you lean it forward and show your happy face and there you go.
That's a fancy notebook for a fancy man. I notice you have that ring binder there, and
no, this will come in handy.
And
I will not
Jimmy,
be smashing your gift.
Jimmy's got some type of poster.
Thanks for spoiling it.
Here you go.
You've got it half open,
Merry
sir.
Christmas.
Thank you, Kev.
Now, Steve, you got to put batteries in there. It lights up and
hold my
plays
wrapping
music.
paper,
Very
faggot.
nice.
What do you got, Steve?
What is that?
It's a lighting up Kiss Christmas ornament.
A Kiss Christmas ornament.
That's great.
Do you have a tree?
You can hang that from your Prince Albert, you weirdo.
Nothing. What did you get there, Danny?
Oh, I got a 4-pack of
Guinness.
Four-pack of Guinness. 4-pack of Guinness for Danny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Than, you got some gifts coming your way.
Wow, who got the Guinness?
Danny.
Me and Derek.
And Derek.
Isn't that great?
Thank you, sir.
As you open your gifts, you got to walk up to a mic and tell everybody what you got. Here's Travis.
Big Kev, since he must know that I love to read, got me a Barnes & Noble gift card for $10.
What gave it away? The glasses and lack of muscle?
Thank you very much,
too,
Kev.
Jim. I like how Danny got beer.
Exactly.
Danny got beer. And
you do know us.
And you got what?
Another gift card, which is just great. Thank you, Kev.
Awesome.
Merry Christmas.
This is so awkward because no one got Big Kev anything.
Well,
Big Kev doesn't expect anything. It's about the giving.
I wouldn't say nobody got Big Kev anything.
You got Big Kev something?
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't say it. I would awkwardly think it.
Where's Ben?
Turn that off!
Sorry. Yeah, where is Ben?
Get Ben. Ben's is really good.
You know what would look really good with that ornament? A fucking bat.
You're pissed off because you didn't get it.
Jimmy, what'd you get?
I can't hear you.
Jimmy got a poster.
An Ozzy Osbourne poster.
Yeah.
Was one gift.
From the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oh, nice, dude.
Oh, now a nice big frame.
That actually... This is actually something I'd love to get Ozzy to sign.
And hang on your wall. Turn it to a
wow, that's very cool.
Oh, look at that.
Ozzy.
Excellent.
Ben.
Poster.
That's great.
What's Ben doing?
He's on the phone.
See, Ben just doesn't...
This is a really good
Ben
gift.
doesn't like showing emotion whatsoever.
He doesn't have any.
This is very awkward for him. That he actually have to open up a gift in front of everybody.
I have an obsessive-compulsive action figure. With a hyperallergenic moist towelette in there. Includes a little surgical mask for him. And, what's it got? A day in the life of the OC action figure. I don't have obsessive-compulsive disorder.
No, you're not that healthy.
I do not.
I got a poster and another gift.
And then this one.
Ben, get in here.
Yeah, get Ben in here.
It's a rubber chicken.
Squeeze it.
Squeeze it.
Oh. Yeah.
Squeeze it slow.
Yeah, good chicken. Yeah.
Toss it. You're doing it too hard. Give it over here.
Why? There's other noises that come out of this?
Spilling it.
You have to work up to it.
Wow, that sounds like the chicken. Oh, that's horrible.
If it's bugging us, it must really be annoying the listeners. Keep that in here.
Thank you, Kev.
Yeah, keep that in here, Anthony. You're going to need that.
That's two awful gifts.
No, but that one we could use on the air.
Yeah.
When we want to annoy people, you could just...
Like, I could see some callers calling in,
Jimmy,
and
open
this
the other one.
I can't put this back in the poster fucking wrapper.
Cackling whore.
Throw it next to your wacky horns and whistles and stuff, all right?
And I have something else that feels like clothing.
Does somebody want to open Ben's? Because I think it's really good.
No,
He's not
Big
gonna
Ben,
come in.
Ben!
He doesn't want to come in.
He has no choice but to come in. This is Christmas.
Ben hates this stuff.
Why?
I don't know.
How fucking screwed
Someday we'll delve into it.
When he was Lil Ben on the playground.
You know this.
That's where all of this compulsion comes from.
I bet you one Christmas, Ben slept through Christmas. Right. I bet you he was asleep in his little underpants with his big bulge and his little T-shirt.
Ben gets
a duty stain in the back.
Ben gets a Tom Brady action figure.
Ah, Tom Brady.
That's perfect for Ben. He'll
yes,
love that.
It is.
Can I break it? No, I better not. Here we go.
No, it's Ben's.
Very nice. Yes?
Well, Kev, thank you very much.
And Jimmy's got a T-shirt.
A Johnny Cash shirt. Thanks.
Johnny Cash T-shirt. Nice. Oh, that's very cool.
Thank you.
And I noticed Stan has a gift in front of him.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Well, in the spirit of never stopping smashing E-Rock, we didn't know yesterday was going to happen when we ordered this T-shirt.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and give it to you anyway. Sorry, E-Rock.
All right, E-Rock is getting a gift from the guys, Anthony.
I wrapped it in a plastic bag that I found on the floor.
All right, here we go. I'm handing over the brand new T-shirt to E-Rock.
That's nice.
E-Rock, show the camera.
What? Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is that?
Hold it up. What does this shirt say?
It says, in a nice black and white lettering, I bring nothing to the table.
Pretty funny.
And
that audio was nice and clean.
Yeah, that won't be isolated ever.
Yeah. My brother used to wear a shirt like that in the bars. It was a chick magnet.
Why?
The girls just needed to know more. Why are you wearing... I'm telling you.
Merry Christmas, Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, Big Kev.
Thank you, Kev.
Thanks, Kev. Thanks.
Take care.
A nice Merry Christmas.
And, Anthony, why don't you give the gift to Kev that we all bought him?
I did already at the Christmas party.
Oh, you did?
What'd you give him?
Yeah.
What'd you get him?
I don't know. My girlfriend picked it up. I fucking know.
All right.
The same thing you got last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we move on with the news? We got Big A and Twitchell's.
Want some money?
It's a very nice gift.
You want some money?
Sure.
Here, take this. Don't tell your grandmother.
Yes, a little something for you.
How much you got?
You ain't
what kind of wad you walking around with these days, Jimmy? I see a lot of singles.
Hey, $21. Thanks.
Thank you, Jim.
You walking around with a
Merry
bankroll?
Christmas to you.
What?
Mingy, you gotta put the beaner on the outside. Mingy.
Bankroll.
All right, come on. Let's get back on the tracks here. Where's Twitchell's?
Back on the tracks?
Whatever. Someone has to, like...
There are two these days on trains.
I sure would like a bowl with a spoon and some fucking Kashi cereal.
Kashi cereal. Ugh. What kind? That same kind of good cereal you had?
Yeah, I have the 7 whole grain honey flavored.
What happened to the other stuff?
I don't know.
Why do you change, you guys?
That's what they got me. They didn't have the 7 whole grains, which I love.
I know. There was one that tasted like...
I love you.
It was very good.
This is the same thing. It's just got...
No.
Not the heart to heart, right?
No, it was something that I actually had.
7 whole grain.
It didn't have 7 whole grain.
That's all I eat.
Maybe it did.
I would never lie to you about whole grain puffs. I don't believe in lying.
All right, where's Twitchell's?
He's in the bathroom still.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
I don't know. He ran out to the bathroom.
The coffee gives him the shits.
Maybe he fucking shakes and he's dropping logs all over the place. In the middle of a nice diarrhea dump, he goes, nah! And it fucking... Bring! It shoots out like you pull the cap off a fucking fire plug. It fucking tips off the bowl.
Well, we wanted to do the news here, so we'll wait for Twitchell's, I guess.
Oh, that's distracting when he's eating a girl. If she's getting close. Oh, that's it.
If he does the bring, it's probably good. If he just goes, because your lips will, like, move real quickly.
How many people are going to our dinner, Aunt?
Yeah, that's another thing. The Christmas dinner. It's now an extravaganza. Ooh. Let me tell you what happened. Pat from Moonachie came into the studio one day, a few weeks ago, and told us just a horrible story of his youth, his upbringing, and his holidays.
Right.
It was around Thanksgiving. We were all talking about what we were going to do. I was going over my families, Opie his families. Everybody spends Thanksgiving with their family, big turkey, the whole traditional thing. We asked Pat what he was doing, and to our horror, he told us he was going to Boston Market like he does every year and sit and watch some videos at his hovel, I can only imagine. And that's it. So we kind of felt bad for him. We got the whole story about how his father left shortly after he was born.
Lives very close to where he lives now?
Lives close to where he lives now. He was raised by his mom, who died, I think, when he graduated high school. Then he's alone at that point. But his father lives very close to him in Moonachie. He knows where he lives. He knows his name, but he doesn't feel like going up and talking to him. There might be some issues there with perhaps the father has another family. He's happy. I don't know. It's just horrible. So me and my girlfriend figured we do things on Christmas Eve. That's my family thing. I go over to the grandma's house. We have a big
But Christmas Day
Christmas Day is pretty much
wide open.
Wide open. So I figured Christmas Day or night, we'll go out to Christmas dinner and bring Pat from Moonachie and have like a very Pat from Moonachie Christmas, something like that. Well, all of a sudden, a couple of names started getting added to the list. I don't know where, who, how they did, but more and more people started getting added to this list. Message board people I don't have any problems with. It's not like that. But just, it turned from this very small thing to help out a guy that just has shitty Christmases every year to now a huge, I think there's 25 people now, and I'm not exaggerating. I think we're up to 25 people.
Where are you guys going?
He doesn't want to say.
Add more people. A restaurant.
In Manhattan?
Yeah.
The Big Apple ant?
Yes, the Big Apple, the big
You
city.
guys gotta, record this.
Yeah,
you gotta get
believe
video
me, there'll be
pictures.
video. There always is because these people bring camera crews with them. Video cameras, still pictures, they're all over websites and everything. So now something came up in the office where now I guess Paul wants to go. And who else? Kev, you have a little insight on this?
I heard that Paul was going.
That Paul is going.
That's what I heard. And I also
No filter Paul?
No filter Paul.
I also was at Master Post School, and two gentlemen were talking to me, and they're like, "Well, guess we'll see you on Christmas." And I said, "Who are you?
Who are you?
And why would I see you on Christmas? We're having dinner."
Who are they?
Who are you? I have no idea who they are. To this
I'd
day,
at
I
least
couldn't
like
tell you who they are
a
right now.
casual knowledge of who the people are. Just a casual knowledge.
Well, might have to switch the place.
And Anthony told me in the office he's only going to pay for the first 20 that show up, by the way.
That's nice.
Pay for fucking first 20. There had better be some deal struck. I'm gonna dine and dash and leave Pat from Moonachie with the tab.
How great would that be?
Would that be great? Merry Christmas.
You got to get
Nine toes.
You got to get the video. This is a great idea, Eric. Who came up with this idea so we don't... Big Cav came up with this? Everyone needs credit on this show now.
Yes,
Did you
we
write
roll
this?
credits.
Oh, yeah, I did that, yeah.
We haven't done this in a while. We have to do Pat from Moonachie cribs. We have to.
Yeah.
Can we do this next week?
He's kind of been showing his video camera on Sal Talk Around.
We want to do the whole
horrible
thing where we send like Danny and somebody else from the show over there, and we do the whole thing live on the show.
He's making a crying face. Hey, Pat, let me see your house a little bit. Let me see where you live. Show behind you. Yeah, show what's behind you a little bit. No? Why? Don't shake your head. No, I want to see.
He's saying no.
He's got a close-up of his face, or the screen just goes black. Show what's behind you.
Oh.
There's a dog laying on his bed.
And even the dog looks
The dog
depressed.
looks depressed.
The dog looks bummed out.
All right.
Looks like Candy's dog from Of Mice and Men.
And that's, I guess, where you sleep. What is on? All right. Now, just do a little 360. Very slow, though, and stop every so often. Go to the right, I guess. The right of the dog. Let me see what's over there. Enough of the dog, Pat. Is he listening on delay?
Probably.
On the XM?
Oh, the dog just jumped up and started barking.
Oh, if it tore him to pieces, that would be hysterical, wouldn't it? I see a front door.
Well, he's moving the camera.
He's moving the camera. All right, there's a spread virus.
He's got his Opie Anthony shrine.
There's a little cat drinking milk out of a bowl, it looks like.
A huge bowl.
What a cute little kitten.
Yeah.
He's got there. And what is that?
That was a noise.
There's a big box that says eggs on it. There's a cat in the litter box taking a shit as we speak.
The cat is leaving the litter box.
It looks like the meat locker from The Shining. There's like boxes with the food coming. There's a leg of lamb. There's some cat shit.
Hold on.
Like cat shit, Doc?
Hold on. Ask Pat from Moonachie how many cats. I'm up to 3.
Yeah, he's crazy 3. Cat guy. There's big water bottles, jugs that I guess he puts in a water cooler. I'm seeing a broom.
That might be 4 cats.
A tile floor that looks like it's out of a house from 1966. It's a linoleum floor.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cats.
How many
he's like
cats?
Crazy cat guy.
Can you ask him how many cats?
How many cats do you have, Pat, from Moonachie?
He has 1 dog, and I see 3 or 4 cats so far.
Yeah. Let's go up and look a little bit at the walls. And
wait, he's
got 4 cats.
4 cats and 1 dog.
Let me see what's on the wall behind you. Paneling. He's got paneling on his walls, which is just the sign of.
And he's got a mirror to make the place look a lot bigger.
We saw there's his computer monitor, some kind of laundry basket that I see. Your place is a wreck.
All right. We'll do it justice. We'll send a camera crew over there, and we'll do it live on the show. Someone figure out if we could do it next week with Pat.
Someone's saying it could be 5 cats, but he's just missing a thumb today. Very funny.
All right. We'll do Pat from Moonachie Cribs in the near future, hopefully next week.
Yeah.
If Pat's not working during the show time, we'll do it. All right? All right, it's time for Big A and Twitchel's. We love this.
Let me get the script.
That's right.
In my hand, they have it. They work off a news script that the staff puts together for them, like any anchormen on a news program. They have their writers,
right,
and the teleprompter that goes in front of them. But this is all all right. I'm looking at the story, and I loved some of the words that Big A has to say in his stories. It really seems a little forced.
Just to tear down the fifth wall. The guys rewrite the script using
tear down the floor.
They use a lot of ST words, knowing that Big A has a problem with the ST words.
But I heard
last week was classic when he ended his newscast with "Have a stupendous day."
Yeah, they wrote in "Have a stupendous day." I heard Than in the office though. There was a little controversy. There was some ST words being used, and Than goes, "No STR words." He doesn't seem to have a problem with those. Like Than's figured it out. The STRs you don't have that much of a problem with.
Not too much, no.
Yeah. So you won't find any of those in here. All right. Well, I guess they could get started anytime you want. Lou, you're up first.
It's Lou. Lou, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Jump.
Fuck!
Yeah!
I fucking hate you!
I just got a little info during the break.
Damn it.
If you say jump,
Stop!
he's gotta jump.
Just I can control it sometimes.
Van Halen.
Jump.
Just please.
Jump.
Please. All right, listen. All right, listen. You bastard. You motherfucker. Listen.
I got to explain what happened. Twitchell's has a friend he brought.
Tommy.
And I was going to the bathroom, and they caught me on the way and they go, dude, trust me, if you say jump, he has to jump. He's jumping like crazy.
Jump. Here's the deal. Let me explain it. A part of Tourette Syndrome is OCD.
Jump.
OCD is a part of it.
Jump.
And what it is it makes me want to do these things, and one of my biggest OCDs is I have to jump.
Jump! Oh, this poor guy, he's living in hell.
Oh, God.
I didn't think it was possible. Wow. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for making my life extremely worse. You bastard. I hate you.
Jump.
Come on. Oh, fuck.
Give him a break, Opie.
No, I'm having fun, but the jumping one is the one tick that bugs the hell out of me, because I've been walking down because of the whole thing with the taxi cabs. I had to walk down. The whole time I'm jumping, walking 20 blocks.
I got a question for you. What is it with jump?
It's the thing is, OCD. When someone has OCD, there's some people wash their hands repeatedly. Yeah. Some people have to open and shut doors. I used to have that. Well, when I hear a certain word, in this case jump, I have to do the meaning of it, which is jump. And actually, HBO did a documentary. I was talking about that last week. Right. And one of the kids on the show demonstrated that tick. That's a really common tick with Tourette's. People just randomly jump, and both feet have to go off the ground. It's part of my OCD and Tourette's.
You got OCD and Tourette's?
Well, OCD is affiliated with Tourette Syndrome.
Someone just says jump, and you have to jump.
Sometimes I can control it, like I'm really focusing right now.
You have the urge if somebody says jump.
Yes, I definitely have the... fuck you. Oh, my God.
You know, it's a perfect...
I'm not angry. It's just like when it happens, energy boosts through me because I have to jump up in the air, and it's just...
This could be the greatest thing ever.
Is there any way we could rewrite Big A's news stories real quick?
Yeah. Here you go. Take the script back.
All right. Is there any way? And is there any way that I think that would you be willing to hold a cup of hot coffee in each hand? It's something perfect about the word. I'm not going to say it, jump. There's just something perfect because it's a full word. It is. Just jump.
It almost feels like what it is. To say jump, you almost want to jump too, no matter what.
Please get this online. Please get this on OpieAnthony.com.
Jump.
Because this is such a great visual.
Yeah.
Okay, I have
Nothing
dignity
else,
still.
though.
I still have dignity. I'm
like
good.
slap your face or anything.
My sister tried to do that. Start a new violent dick.
Jump around.
Jump around.
Jump around.
Please.
Oh my God.
Big A, how about that news, Big A? Oh my God.
This show just gets funnier and funnier.
Holy
shit.
Yeah, therapy keeps getting more expensive and expensive.
Wow.
You know what I used to do? What tick I used to have was really weird. I used to spin in a circle once to the right.
Yeah, that's a kind of a silly thing you used to do.
I would spin once to the right. It feels perfect.
Out in the outfield.
Sometimes you feel like you can't proceed in the direction you want until you have to do that.
Just spin once in a circle to the right, and it feels just
and then
perfect.
you can do whatever the fuck you have to do.
Yeah, it feels
Do you
right.
ever have the part of OCD where you're watching something on TV or people watching a movie, and if something's in the way, like at my house there was a fan that was always next. It wasn't in front of the TV, but it was next. And I can't have anything in my peripheral vision when I watch TV.
Yeah.
And that bothers me. And that's part of the OCD.
Yeah.
And it's just... And that's just how it is.
Sometimes I'll take my right finger. Like I like jump. I like to take my right finger and tap it against the hard surface.
Really? Just that?
Just the right middle finger.
Just that far?
Just that finger. Just tap like.
Get this video up online.
And it just feels jump right. It just feels correct.
My latest thing is when I'm reading the newspapers in the morning. You guys had to have noticed this. I go like this.
What is that about?
I don't know.
You do this?
Yeah. How do you describe that?
You rub your fingers together.
Creepy.
Fingers like some creepy miser going, look at all my gold. and he just happens to do it in front of big piles of gold.
I read the newspaper and I have to do it with just my right hand.
Derek. There's a lot of jump songs, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to find all of them, too, in the next 20 minutes.
I'm not surprised. I wouldn't expect anything else.
Hey, where are you performing next? Because people are starting to...
Oh, I'm performing, thank you so much. I'm performing at the Comedy Cabaret in Northeast Philadelphia. January 7th, wow. That's Saturday. ComedyCabaret.com is the website. That's Saturday, January 7th. I'd love to see you guys. I really appreciate your support. And it's just, I have to live with this dude, so I know the good thing about doing this is I'm letting it out now. I'll probably be a lot calmer tonight.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is, man, in our shows, not one listener would ever yell out, jump, while you're on stage.
No.
Nobody would do that.
No, that would be very
that's
cool.
good. That's good.
All right, here we go. Let's do the news with Twitchel.
No, they wouldn't do it.
Also known as Lou and Big A. We got, I guess we just do this. Yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Lou, why don't you get us going there?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Louis Twitchel, Santani.
And I'm a Big A. So, according to the Hubs Orby this morning, New York City buses and subways stand idle as the negotiations begin between the MTA and bus and subway workers.
Oh, no.
Stay at a stand.
Oh, fuck.
At a stand still.
Oh, holy shit.
I can breathe again.
Halfway through.
Halfway through the first story.
start our third day of New York City Transit strike. TWU leader Roger Toussaint has been seen stumping for his constituents. Stubbornly refusing to give ground on key negotiations, sticking points, keeping the talks at a stalemate.
Wow.
The crash of the seaplane that plunged into the water of the coast of Miami Monday was captured by an amateur videographer. The crash killed 20 people, including 3 infants. The plane was en route to the Bahamas before it plunged into the water shortly after takeoff. Investigators have said that the cause of the crash appears to be the right wing falling off, but those results are preliminary.
Peter Bronstein was jailed without bail early Tuesday, just hours after being brought back from the state of Tennessee. Bronstein, 41, was remanded after being arraigned in Manhattan criminal court on an amended complaint that charged him with sex abuse, kidnapping, stealing, and burglary, and a new charge starting a fire. Bornstein was spotted in Memphis by Ned Brown, a University of Memphis office worker and part-time student who saw him on the campus and recognized him from TV stories.
Saddam Hussein back in court on charges of crime against humanity, accused Americans of torturing him in an emotional outburst at the end of the day. I have been hit by the Americans and tortured, he said. Yes, I've been beaten on every place of my body, and the and the signs are all over my body. He added, Saddam, 68, who boycotted the last hearing 2 weeks ago after denouncing the legality of the tribunal and telling the judge to go to hell.
Jumping to sports. Baseball star Johnny Damon has put his stamp of approval on a 4-year deal with the Yankees for $52 million. The move startled many in baseball because Damon has repeatedly stated he would never be able to play the Yankees. This deal of a deal softens the blow of losing pitcher coach Mel Stoudemire, who had earned approval.
All right, wait. Jimmy just held up a note.
Jimmy's got a sign that says jump on it.
Oh, my God.
So even visually seeing the word?
It's an all-encompassing word, jump.
That's good. That's good.
Holy
shit. Okay,
I smell a bet coming on. After the news.
No,
Get your money ready.
Dude, I'm too out of it today. I don't know if I get the 10. I don't know if I get the 15, 10.
No, I got a whole new bet. Don't worry.
New bet.
Are you done?
Oh, yeah, we're in the middle of the Johnny Damon story. Where were we?
Who heads turn disapproval for Stalwart owner George Steinbrenner.
Elton John and David Furnish exchanged vows and diamond wedding bands during a ceremony that capped the first week of legalized civil unions. In the United Kingdom, John, 58, and Furnish, 43, were among hundreds of same-sex couples tying the knot in England and Wales on Wednesday. Oh, my God. You're killing him with that. All right. Let's take a breather here. Let's take a breather.
All right. Take a breath.
Jimmy, you're a sick fuck.
Jimmy is... You are just torturous.
He figured out that even if he reads the word, it's just as bad. So he's holding up these huge signs that just say jump.
Oh, are you awful?
All right.
Holy shit.
Okay, you're 43 were among hundreds of same-sex couples tying the knot in England and Wales on Wednesday. The first day such ceremonies were possible. Others wed earlier this week in Northern Ireland and Scotland.
All right.
And jumping.
Let's get a plug too. We got to pump. Definitely want to pump your show. Definitely pump it.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Let's get that. Let's get a jump on selling tickets.
Yeah. Comedy Cabaret, Saturday, January 7th. You fucker.
You got numbers? Phone number?
Actually, the comedycabaret.com is the website. I don't know the number. comedycabaret.com, Saturday, January 7th at Northeast Philadelphia, Comedy Cabaret.
I think that one's going to sell out.
Oh.
I would suggest going there.
Well, thank you, Jimmy.
When someone just holds up a jump sign like that, it just bothers me.
Wow.
You know, it's thinking of the word, looking at the word, hearing the word. It's anything. But sometimes the most I can control it is like 3 or 4 times, and like the 5th or 4th time I hear it or see it, it's like I go ballistic. But I'm trying to keep it calm.
Like, how about? Okay, that's cool.
All right.
Because you don't want to bump.
No, but you can. Oh my God. Did you tell him that too? Did you tell him that?
Wait, it's bumped?
No, I'm not going to say. It's not that. It's words that even remotely sound like jump.
They make him sound like jump.
Because when I hear, like, say if it's hump, I'm thinking of jump because it rhymes with it.
It's like
it's part of my OCD.
Hump, dump, lump,
slump.
But they're not as effective, and I'm trying to calm.
Not as effective as jump. This is a biggie.
It's just perfect word, jump. It's perfect. You jump, and it takes care of everything.
Holy shit. You have a cruel friend, by the way. We had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, Tommy, you're a fucking prick. Let me tell you something. His name's Tommy Avalone. He's a good friend of mine. We did a pilot together. He's a filmmaker. And whenever we were on set, he would always do it when the boom pole was over my head. And he would say jump, and I would bang my head on the fucking boom pole.
Twitchel.
You're a bastard. You gotta love Tommy Avalone.
I gotta tell you, you're making fans all over the country.
Well, you know, let me tell you something.
Wants to know when you're gonna be in Florida. We're gonna have to figure out a little tour for you.
Yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor a tour, that's fine with me. But just God, you know, they're gonna have like fucking signs like at those WCW matches where they say jump.
Let's get back to the news. Where are we? Big A, and start over in more entertainment news.
And jumping into entertainment news. King Kong.
Jump. Jump. Jump.
Was that hot water?
No, it was cold.
Oh, it's cold water?
I'm burning it.
Fucking Bill, the intern, brings in a cup of water for Twitchell's, and Twitchell's is just trying to take a break and take a sip of water, and then Jimmy yells out, jump. Holy crap, is that on video? Get this video up on OpieAnthony.com.
Oh, God.
This will be the most downloaded fucking video clip ever.
Oh, my God.
All right, Twitchels, calm down. Let's
I'm trying.
In entertainment news. Yeah.
All right. King Kong staked its claim on the title of #1 movie in America, stopping the competition by earning $50 million at the box office. The so-called gay cowboy movie broke back mountain.
Oh, no.
Timely earned $2.3 million, despite its limited release and the stigma of its steamy content. Tuck in between the chronicles of a non-year and Harry Potter with the family throne. Tagging in at number 3.
I'm Louis Twitchel.
And I'm Big A. Stay tuned for more of our stellar news.
Wow. Oh. Can we have them do this again before we get out of here? Maybe rework the script there?
Okay.
Maybe a few more stories from the week?
Sure.
Do you know what I noticed? Some of my most stories I've been reading have been involving plane crashes.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks in a row.
There's been a lot of
oh, really? Yeah, they have.
Yeah, there was the one that happened last week.
Lately, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. Well, they had to fly. They've had 3 in a row, actually, where they have to fly, and they have to dump fuel. I mean, they're just dumping fuel.
Unfortunately, you know what? If the passengers only had parachutes, and right before they crashed, everyone just went, jump, 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 jump. They would have been fine.
All right. Who wants to bet?
Well, what's the bet? I didn't do the bet yet.
Yeah, what is the bet?
Well, usually it's we see how long he could stay silent before he makes one of his noises.
I bet 1 second.
Well, today, yeah. But I'm thinking maybe we play that jump around again and see how many times he jumps by the end of the song.
Does music do it if the lyrics...
Well, I've always said, and I use this in my act, but it's really true. Like when I hear rap music or something that's techno, like has a beat to it, sometimes my tics go to the beat.
Oh, wow. Let's do jump around.
I try not to listen to things like with, I like the upbeat music, but sometimes it makes me go fucking nuts.
It's too
Everyone's
primal.
digging out their money. $5 a man?
So
$10 a man? What do you want to do?
We're doing high stakes?
5.
5?
Opie, you're seeing how many times I jump within the song?
Yeah, and we'll shut up. Should we shut up or can we sing along?
No, we won't say jump, but the song Jump Around
has a lot of jumps.
Has a lot of...
And it has kind of a beat, too, so this could be crazy.
Yep.
All right, $5 a man. I'm in. You got to figure out how many times he'll jump within the song.
Opie, how long is the song?
How long is the song? Anybody know? Good question, Big A.
He actually got it out.
3:30? 3:30.
We're writing them down?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Man.
Everyone write down.
Yeah, pen, hawk.
Blind bets and hand them in.
Now it's how many times he jumps during the entire song.
A 3-minute and 30-second song. That's today's bet. The Opie and Anthony betting show is coming soon to the show.
Wow. This is tough. I have nothing to gauge this on.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm going to write down my bet before I get everyone
It'll be more
else's.
than once.
Yes. More than one.
All right, I'm in. Now I can take everyone else's bets.
No, we're not playing...
What? All right.
We're not playing Price is Right rules, by the way.
Closest.
It's
now
the
here,
closest
and you
regardless.
can't say jump. The only thing that would entice me is the music.
The music. We cannot say the word.
And you can't write it and show it to me on signs.
No. Right. I need a pen. I need a pen. Thank you. Wow.
Jesus, Jim.
What do you think? Am I wrong?
It's going to collapse. All right. We have 4 people in so far.
I'm sorry, Opie. How long did you say the song is?
3:30. Big A is in. Who else wants in? Anybody else in? Oh, Derek's in.
Right.
We have to get more money. You can play along at home.
Dumb Donald was so dumb. And up. All right, I'm just going with my instincts here because I have no idea what to gauge this on.
1,400,000. All right, Anthony's in.
I have no idea.
All right.
Jesus, I see one number down there. Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
They'll probably win now because we're mocking it.
Who knows? Oh, we're trying to collect more bets.
Bring.
E-Rock, you're not in?
No.
Why not? Huh? Why?
He ran over a budget on his mayo allotment.
All right. Okay. Who else?
How many people we got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 7.
That's not bad.
$35 pot. Going once. Anybody else? E-Rock's looking around the office. Master Poe?
Poe wants in? Do you know the rules here? It's how many times Twitchels is going to jump when we play the song Jump Around. It's 3 minutes and...
1.
Poe's in.
All right, throw the money in the pot.
$5. He's getting all geared up.
Okay.
What did Poe put down there? Let me see. Oh, okay. Damn.
I think that's
a little
in range.
close to mine.
I think that's in range.
Yeah. All right.
Anybody else going once? Going twice? Nobody else has $5?
Pal Talk Room is got their bets in.
Okay.
Their numbers. A couple of people are insane. Yeah, they're all around
Travis
the right
in?
mark on average.
Travis, you got $1?
Yeah, I got $1.
All right, here I'll pay for you. I had just 4, so just throw $1 in. I got Travis's.
Can I ask a question?
Anyway.
Yeah.
I want to get on this action. Can I have someone pick a number for me and then just write my name on it so they know it's mine? I'll put money in it. This way I don't know how many that amount is.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Is that fair?
Yeah, Big Kev will do it.
So you can pick any number you want. Just be reasonable. And what's the put in? 5?
5.
Okay, cool.
He's going to bet on himself.
Well, don't
weird.
tell me the amount.
No.
You know, write it
not.
down.
Tell him the amount and then just watch him go over it.
Who do I give this to?
Just toss it in the middle. Yeah.
Just make his number 2.
Oh, come on. No, Kevin, are you going to be decent with me?
I was decent.
You are dumb. Why would you take that bet?
I have faith in people. I don't
have faith in Big Kev?
Well, I'm maybe sure he writes my name
Well,
down.
he doesn't have faith in you.
Hey, at the end of this, I'm going to look at that
you
number,
just lost
Kevin.
$5. And Travis is
I'm going to look at that number at the end, Kevin.
Jesus, Travis. I just lost $4.
We'll see.
All right. Is that it? Finally? Ben, you want in? Ben doesn't want to be involved in anything. I don't like
anything. Nothing.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got $50 in there? 50. Nice. Okay. All right, so what are the rules, Anthony?
Well, we play the song.
We can react, obviously, and laugh and stuff.
Yeah, right from the beginning of the song, we count the number of times he jumps, regardless of if the song is saying jump or anything.
Okay.
You know, it might just be in his head that he's anticipating that they're going to say it, and that'll make him react.
I mean, I'll jump even when I don't hear jump, just because I've heard it so many times. And
I understand that.
And also, I won't jump sometimes even when I hear jump because I'm focusing on controlling it so much.
All right. Where's Danny? We got to videotape this.
And we need an official counter.
And find out if Steve wants in on this bet. Where's Steve? I'm surprised Danny and Nathaniel aren't betting. Where's Steve? We're just getting the video camera, and we'll be set to do this.
I'll count Anthony.
Yeah.
That was a real vote of confidence, Ant. Yeah.
I just want, it's got to be official because some of these numbers are close.
What are you saying?
We're really going to need, that we need more than just one person.
You know what? Actually, because he's got a bet in. I trust Nathaniel. Oh, you're betting now?
I'll count you.
No, we'll get Tommy. Tommy can do it.
E-Rock's not betting.
I don't trust E-Rock, though.
Opie, Tommy.
I'm just fucking with E-Rock.
Opie, Tommy can do it.
E-Rock can't wait to get on that plane to Florida today.
Oh, I know.
What do you want me to do?
Do you want to bet or you want to count?
I'll count.
All right, Dan's going to count.
Good luck, Dan.
Thank you.
All right.
1.
I'll get it out of my system, you know?
All right.
It's getting out of my system.
I guess we're ready.
Oh, God.
Steve didn't want in on this?
No.
No?
I don't want to gamble.
All right, I think we're ready, Anthony.
All right.
Dan will have the official count. Can he count?
And you'll give me a countdown, right?
You know, because it is radio, he has to count so everyone at home can play along to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's not going to affect you, right?
No.
So you just count it as he's doing it, all right?
And I'll get a countdown right before I know when the song's going to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me like a 10-second countdown.
All right, in 10 seconds, Dirk will start it. Okay. Here we go.
I can do all the ticks.
Hold on. What?
I can do all the ticks, just not jumping.
Right. All the bets are in Radio Land, by the way. A lot of people are betting at their cubicles once again, Anthony. All right. They're betting on Pal Talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of numbers coming up.
Get it out of me.
All right, here we go. In 10 seconds. We're in the 10-second countdown.
And I'm counting out loud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, my God.
I am the winner. The song is over, right?
Wow. Oh, man. I underestimated.
Holy shit.
I had 36.
Who won?
Did you really?
Yep.
I had 35.
What was the official count, Nathaniel?
The official count was 36.
And that last one was at the end of the song. Kev got it.
Big Kev nailed it. 36.
How many did Kevin give me for my bet?
26.
It was fair.
Jimmy had 35. That last one came as the song was fading out.
That still counts.
25.
I've never been this much out of breath in my life. I think you guys have just pushed me back about 4 or 5 years of therapy here.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something. I've been doing radio a very long time.
Yeah.
That is the funniest thing I've ever seen doing a radio show.
I'm speechless.
I'm speechless, too.
Guys, I'm having a blast.
I know this is
in my head, it's like the gerbil going in the wheel, and the wheel won't fucking stop moving. It's like going nuts.
Yeah, you could see. You're just, like, losing your
I'm
mind.
having fun, but at the same time, it's like, you know when you're like, you've had so much caffeine, and you're just going nuts?
It builds up, and he tries to control it, and then it explodes out.
You got to sync up the song and get this video online.
Look at this. I'm sweating, like, literally. This is all wet. Oh.
Like, is the word, like, with a word that doesn't mean anything, like the word yump. Would that make you do it?
Well,
I'm trying not to think of the word yump.
All right, Chucko from Indiana. Chucko.
Hey, boys. Good morning.
Good morning, Chucko.
Hey, I was driving on my way to work, and when Jimmy held up that sign, I almost just went right into the gully. Ate shit all the way down.
Wait till you see the video online, man.
Well, drive safe, man. You got to get to work. Don't be a chump.
All right.
Oh, you bastard.
Let's go to the Joker.
Hey, morning, boys.
What's up, Joker?
Hey, man.
Oh, hey, Twitchel, you won me $100. $100, buddy. When I see you, dinner's on me.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's just not order any rump. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Do you hate when you're driving and the sign, like at the gas station, says pay at the pump?
Well, first of all, I have a license, but I choose not to drive until I feel more comfortable because I don't want to be twitching and running at an intersection.
Wow, I never thought of that.
Well, as a responsible adult, I'm choosing. There's no law against it. I'm just choosing to take my time.
Well, there should be a law against it. Let's be honest with each other
lock
here.
us up in a cage, no driving.
You like baseball?
I love baseball, and the reason why I always wear my Phillies cap is because Jim Eisenreich of the Philadelphia Phillies, he went to the World Series with them. He had Tourette Syndrome, and he also went to the World Series with the Florida Marlins when they won. Jim had, I met Jim twice, and he did a talk about Tourette's in the Philadelphia Veterans Stadium in the locker room, and they invited me down there. When I walked in, all these kids were grunting and twitching. And it was the first experience I ever saw anyone about the Tourette. So I wear my Phillies hat everywhere as a reminder.
Well, did he ever have problems with the ump?
Yeah.
I consider myself
the
luckiest man in the world.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying this needs to be on TV. See, this is a clip that you should be able to download to your fucking iPod. Or
absolutely.
Or whatever you're using,
man.
the PSP. Who wouldn't want to trade this around?
Right.
Let's say hi to Mike in California. Mike?
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, I just want to say, I've been listening to your show for like 2 years since the WNEW days.
Yeah.
I bought XM just for you guys, and this was the best radio I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Tell a friend for us. Tell a friend.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
That's how the virus is going to spread. Tell a friend.
O&A fucking rocks. O&A rocks, guys.
These scumbags, they're writing the word jump in front of their cameras, hoping that he was actually watching
He can't see
various cameras. He can't see them, though.
You're on camera
from Pal
for
Talk.
For Pal Talk.
Which camera?
Over here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that guy that was in here with you.
Oh, yeah, no, we filmed that for the website.
Okay.
So we can bring everyone.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
All right, we're going to let you rest there, Twitchel.
Yeah, we'll let you take a little breather.
I think we're going to do more news with them.
Yeah, a little later, maybe.
I don't mind coming back.
One more newscast before we get out of here for the holiday.
One plug for the gig, though.
You got
January 7th.
Wait, plug all your stuff. The website.
My website is, thank you so much, guys. My website's laughterbyLou.com. Lou is spelled L-O-U, laughterbyLou.com. And my show, I'll be
You got a MySpace account?
MySpace is
Wow.
Louis Twitchels is my MySpace appearance name. Louis Twitchels. And
guys, all kidding aside, support this guy, man.
Thank you. Yeah, well, my show. Thank you
He's
so
been giving
much.
us unbelievable radio the last 3 or 4 weeks. So.
Well, my show. You want me to plug that?
Yes. Plug whatever the fuck you want.
Thanks, man. Well, my show's
Give
coming
me your
up.
fucking home address. Maybe a girl will come over and bang you.
Yeah, maybe Elo will send you a gift.
Ooh. Comedy.
January 7th at the Comedy Cabaret. Where's that?
Northeast Philadelphia. And that is Saturday, January 7th, as Jim Norton said. And I'll be there at the Comedy Cabaret, Northeast Philadelphia. And my website's laughterbylee.com, where you can check the schedule page for all the details. And Little Twitching Timmy's my book. Buy it.
All right. Take a break, dude. You're going to explode. There he goes, Twitchell.
Cool. Great job.
There he goes. Big A, very good job, too.
Also, I have on MySpace, Big A 614.
Big A 614.
Way
A lot
to
of
pick an
people.
easy to remember number.
I know a lot of people ask me all the time. Every day I get email going, "What is Big A's MySpace thing?"
Yeah.
And then
His name and his weight.
There are so many people that are so moronic out there. It's like it's easy to find Big A's MySpace thing. Go to anyone from the show. You go to Jim Norton and troll through his friends.
Right.
You'll find it.
All right. I think we are. I think I might have a bet for Big A. Maybe we'll do one more bet before we get out of here. I got to
Big
discuss
A?
with you guys. Yeah, I think we might be able to figure something out.
Is the show on out there?
Yes.
It's closed. Good job.
Yeah. Wow.
Jump. 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 Jump.
Oh, my God. He's jumping outside the studio.
Jumping outside. Look at him outside the glass.
He's got to rest. He's got to rest. Larry in Philly.
Oh, my God. He's smacking.
Hey, Twitchels has jumped to my favorite guest of the show.
He's jumped to your favorite guest of the show?
Yes, he has jumped up to my favorite guest of the show.
Thank you, sir.
Cruel bastards.
This show just gets funnier and funnier. We're on a fucking roll.
Next road show, he's going to be a hit.
Holy shit.
Yep.
We really got to get a road show together now.
And you got to watch his act, too. You can't just yell stuff. I mean, give the guy, as a comic, you got to watch what he does on stage. I mean, he's a comedian. He's not just a maniac. He's like a real act, so enjoy him.
Hey, we're going to take a break. Speaking of comedians, we're going to get into the Dice thing next.
All right.
The Dice fucking soap opera.
Oh, so we're switching subjects? Totally?
Why?
You said comedians. We were talking about comedians, and then we go to Dice. Huh? What? What happened there?
Maybe we could have Big A.
What happened now?
Maybe we could have Big A do Dice's act today.
Be getting more entertaining. We can't hear half of it.
Dice has been trashing us. We got some audio of it, and we'll get into it next. How's that sound?
Jacob! Oh.
I think that was an out cue, and I think somebody is in Dutch.
The point?
I didn't point.
You got a point?
He didn't point, but that was the out cue, and I understood that was the out cue.
There was no point.
You got a point.
You know, in honor of the homeless shopping spree, which is going to be rerun tomorrow because we're taking the day off, we'll do the Tippy Tom thing that Steve came up with. How's that?
I love that one.
As we go to break, listen to this, and we'll continue.
From Stinko Records, it's the new collection of covers from America's favorite derelict.
I'm the original Golden Bond.
Tippy Tom, Regurgitated.
Tom Jones. It's not unusual to be in love without you.
He's drunk, smells like feet.
It's not unusual.
And he's forgotten most of the lyrics. Tippy Tom, Regurgitated, chews up your favorite pop hits.
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady.
And spews them back out, dirtier, grittier, and stinkier than farts and old beer.
But the lady is mine. Or something like that.
From your favorite haunting melodies.
Riders on the storm. Something like that.
To your most cherished classic rock cuts.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Tippy Tom hunkers down and craps all over him and refuses to wipe.
Trying to set the night on fire!
And if you act now, you'll receive Tippy Tom's tribute to the town he calls home.
I've been stuck on Frank Sinatra. Start spreading the news.
It's Old Blue Eyes.
I'm leaving today.
Meets Old Crusty Eyes.
I'm gonna be a part of it. New York, New York.
It's a sappy salute to the city that broke his spirit, crushed his dreams, and left him blowing strange men for cheap wine in the Port Authority bus terminal.
If I can make it here, I can make it
Tippy Tom.
anywhere.
Regurgitated.
It's up to you, New York. New York. That's my vote.
Wrapped in a special carrying case, brown in the back, yellow in the front, just like Tom's underwear. Call 1-800-NO-T-CELL right now for your copy of Tippy Tom Regurgitated.
Any more requests? Stay out the bushes. 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 Stay out the bushes.
Bend over, baby butt. Bend over, baby butt. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Dirty little stank. It's a freak show. Dirty little stank.
Oh, yeah. This tastes so good.
Come on down and I'll feed you sausage.
Give me it.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're very naughty.
Yes.
You guys suck.
So does your mom.
Oh, you're very naughty.
Yes.
You guys suck.
So does your mom.
I'm quite the mother sucker. The mother sucker.
Stupid friggin' what?
Hey.
Talk about things. Talk about things.
True syndication.
Talk about things.
Remember to always drink your banana juice.
This is the Opie Anthony program. The ONA virus spreading across America. If you like what you hear, and tell a friend. What? I know, we're all coming up with things we should do with Twitchel. People hate the Outlaw Steak spot. What's wrong with it? Let's go to Krista on Long Island. Krista, what's up?
Hey, guys, you guys are really hysterical, but if I hear that stupid Outlaw Steaks commercial that is so distorted and horrifically produced, I am going to throw my radio across the room.
I've heard other things, too. Now, we love Outlaw Steakhouse. Love the steaks they sent us, and we love doing the spots for them.
Well,
I go into Steve's studio all the time and lay down copy, but for some reason, people are having a problem with the way it sounds, and Steve is the guy that does it.
Like hell. You
Opie's
need
clipping?
a production engineer.
Well, Steve maybe. Steve is not too good with the equipment, so that might be what the problem is. He's just...
You know what else, too? He's sleepy. He's usually hibernating this time of year. When it's snowy and cold.
Oh, wait, this is Krista the blind girl, right?
I knew he'd be marching in.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, so her sense of hearing is much more acute than somebody with sight.
Of course,
right. She's the blind girl.
Well, I'm also used to hearing my brother talk audio production all the time.
Ooh. Basically, you're being called an incompetent by a disabled person.
You got a Ramon T-shirt now?
Look at his shirt. Ramon.
Yeah,
we're... Teach this jerk off how to mix sound.
All right. Yeah, we have these. This is just a prototype. But, yeah, she's saying...
Does it say something on the back? Because that's the gig.
Not yet. Not yet. We're working on the back stuff right now. It's just the logo.
Of course, the Foundry Music logo on everything.
Exactly.
Steve has a kid. It's going to be branded right out of the friggin' womb.
Oh, yes, it will.
With the Foundry Music logo.
Fucking tattooed.
Every video, every picture.
Well, that's really just because they get lifted so many times. We
and it's so easy to just clone tool and Photoshop the thing right out. I do it all the time. And I know you. I'm your friend, and I fucking clone that goddamn thing out.
Steve's developing characters just so he can market them.
That's what it is. That's what he's doing in production. I have this wonderful idea. It's called Ramon.
Yeah, they all fell on their... No, actually, Toby didn't fall on his ass, but that's a different story entirely.
Toby stinks.
Who's Toby?
Toby is...
You weren't here for Toby?
You remember Toby?
No.
Toby's Sam, and it stinks.
Ew. What is Toby?
You want to hear Toby real quick?
I think we moved it.
Toby's
I don't think it exists anymore.
No, they erased it.
Your name is Toby.
All right, Krista, thanks.
If only it was that funny.
And the reason that that commercial might clip is because they have to time out to a certain thing.
All right, well, Derek is finding Toby because Jimmy hasn't heard this yet.
I've not heard it.
This was the latest creation from Steve.
Toby has a MySpace, and I didn't do it. It was some other person.
He's trying to develop a new character called Toby, and it's Sam, our old intern, voicing this.
It's part of the action figure collection.
That's right.
Ramon Toby.
What a great action figure that would be. Fucking, like, you're like a superhero. You're driving a fucking awful faggoty vehicle. Next thing you know, you're a bear with a cape.
We got it?
Flying around doing audio that's mixed improperly.
Jimmy, listen closely. Here's Steve's latest creation, Toby.
The following is a simple guide to getting your very own WOW sticker from the Opie and Anthony Show.
O&A Party Rock.
That's right, Toby. O&A Party Rock indeed.
Boy, I love them.
Head over to opieandanthony.com and click on the WOW sticker button.
Sometimes I pick my nose with a coat hanger.
That's nice. You keep doing that.
It's all sticky.
Or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Opie and Anthony Show. Attention WOW stickers, 111 West 57th Street, Suite 500, New York, New York, 10019.
Gosh, that was easy.
It sure was, Toby. Now put that WOW sticker somewhere obvious.
Putting it on my eyebrows.
Now, Toby, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Adios, eyebrows.
And finally, enjoy bosoms.
One time I walked in on my grandma in the shower. I saw her boobs. I cried a lot.
Could Sam come in here for 1 second?
Yeah,
Sam, just 1 second.
The return of Sam, everyone. We love this guy. He's going to school in Syracuse. He's home for the break. He works on Scorch's show up there in Syracuse. And here he is, Sam.
Hi, fellas.
Toby was you.
Yeah. Yep. You know, Toby has gotten a lot of support. Somebody's even started a MySpace for Toby. The fans like Toby.
You know that means nothing.
Yeah.
The MySpace started for
How
anything.
do you do? I'm Sam.
Hi, this is Sam.
No. I thought Toby had legs.
No. Toby doesn't have legs.
You know, as I'm sitting here next to you, I really want you to die.
I want to take my bottle of wine, knock it over your head.
Crack it over his head.
Just crack that across his teeth.
It was so annoying, and it wasn't annoying like in a cute way. It wasn't annoying in a funny way or a memorable type way. It was just pure annoying. Like some kind of like feedback.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a club when the band's sound checking and it goes and you go like fuck, it bends your neck. That type of annoying. Nothing, no redeeming quality.
It's like I want to hug you when you're doing the Toby voice and just bite your shoulders and back.
Oh.
So it's back to the drawing board.
Drawing board.
Yeah.
That's done. Not even workable. That's how bad it is.
Wait, everyone's talking about something else, though.
No.
Paul in New York. Paul?
Oh, no.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Listen, the same day that you ripped that stupid Toby bit apart,
Yeah.
did you hear the
response.
bit that...
What?
Did you hear the bit that Steve recut for him?
No.
Yeah, it was the response.
It was the response. The day that you guys initially heard the Toby promo and ripped it and said never play it again, Than and I went into the other room and cut a response that was like a funeral dirge almost, and that's been running.
Oh, okay.
No, you only played it once, Steve, but it's a wise-ass response.
Of course it is.
All right, that's all I got.
Well, you got to understand, Steve is a notorious wiseacre.
Certainly delaying.
All right, Sam.
Jeez.
Thank you. You're
Thank
doing
you.
a great job.
Yeah, good character work.
Whatever you do.
Character work. Fucking zilch. I'm Toby.
We got to get into the dice thing.
Oh.
I was going to say it's kind of disappointing, but I think...
no, it's par for the course.
I think there's no surprise here, actually. We always knew that Dice had a massive ego, and it was always about himself.
Dice is two-faced, is what it is. If Dice walked in here right now, he'd be like, "Nah, we're pals. I tell you, we're friends from way back." And then he goes somewhere else and, we're assholes or useless or off the radar or whatever the fuck. That's Dice. He's two-faced. No real friend. Does Dice have any real friends in the business or anything? It's people that know him and people he's screwed over and acquaintances. That's it. Talks about broads and how badly to treat them as they just, fucking leave them. That's Dice. That's the real Dice.
Well, in the old days.
But thank God he's not hearing this because, we don't broadcast to anybody, right?
Well, yeah, that's what he's claiming, and he's going to be very mistaken.
Yeah.
Very mistaken. We're going to have a little pest mission coming up. But it's disappointing in a way because Dice was kind of a friend of the show when we were doing commercial
Certainly
radio.
was.
And then
friend enough for us to get him back into Madison Square Garden because it sure as shit wasn't happening by himself.
And he admitted that. He admitted that the power of our old radio show, we were able to get him into Madison Square Garden again. The guy has been to my apartment. I've been to his apartment because he had to rent one because he got kicked out of his house.
That's why I don't go to any of these people's houses.
Yeah, I'm finally learning because stupid me, I really believe that some of these people that you hang out with, that they're really your friends.
Like Jimmy Norton.
And you realize there's no friends in this business.
None.
People, turn their back on you the first chance they get.
It's not show friends.
Anthony and I,
Jay Moore.
When we all fell on our asses.
Jerry Maguire.
For the Sex with Sam thing.
Yes.
We found out who our real friends were. And there weren't many.
None.
There weren't many. A lot of people just turned their backs on us and walked away and jumped on the next train that was leaving.
But isn't it nice that there are some of us that just stood in the station crying and waiting?
Right.
For that train to come back around.
Just waiting.
Jimmy did. Rich Voss did.
But it was out of desperation more than love.
Jay Moore was there for us.
Yes, he was.
Hopped on the Colin Quinn Express, you did.
Yeah, but why would, of all the fucking broken down vehicles to take, where's Colin taking you? Jesus Christ, that jalopy.
Ladies and gentlemen, going to be another delay. The Colin Quinn Express is experiencing mechanical difficulties again. We fell off the track again.
Oh, I got a message I got to play from Colin, not to get off the subject, just remind me of a good message of him.
All right.
Apologizing to me.
Stop it. I don't believe it exists.
So, we had to wait about 2+ years to get back on the radio. And then we got back on the radio, and people started coming around again. Coming around to congratulate us and say, hey, it's great to have you guys back. And they did the show, and they did that, and they called, and when can I come on, blah, blah, blah. Then others, pretty much just blew us off. And Dice was one of those guys, I'm sorry, but he blew us off.
There's some people that have gone on to the fucko list that I didn't think would be there. Some people, I understood when we were off the air, people had to do what they have to do.
Yeah, we always understood
that. It's like
that.
Hendry going to prison, I understand when you were in there, you had to do what you had to do. But you're out, I don't want you fucking with that shit. I understand that. But now we're back and stuff, and some certain people, I want to say names, Louis Black, won't say the names.
Yeah, Louis Black has been a big disappointment.
What a disappointment.
That guy was on our
such a good friend of the show.
All the time.
He was on all the time. And it wasn't like we had bad times on the show. A lot of fun. Back and forth. We had a lot of good fun talk about what was going on in the political world and
the fact is, he got much bigger after we got fired, and he doesn't need us anymore.
Doesn't need us, doesn't want to fuck up
but then there's guys
his career by getting involved with the likes of us.
Yep. But that's bullshit because, then you got someone like Dennis Leary. He doesn't need us, but he still does our show.
Because he has a good time.
He has a good time. He loves it.
Rogan's a guy who's fucking got a great career who just loves the show.
Rogan doesn't have to do the show ever.
Loves doing it.
Well, he is a self-destructive ass, though, too, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. He's a fucking sociopath with a fucking BC hairdo, and he wants to just murder people and bite them. Rogan's a fucking major problem.
Bringing us the likes of Gangsta Fag.
Yeah, exactly.
To explain everything.
Oh, my God. Speaking of Gangsta Fag, we're all over the place, but I got an acoustic version of a Gangsta Fag song we got to play for everybody a little later. And quite frankly, Dice just never called us. He never called us.
No, never called.
And then he came up with some excuses that he needed to talk to me personally about some stuff. And, how could I call him out on that? Because it was about...
Well, where was the fucking call?
It was about my dad and stuff.
Yeah, where was the fucking call?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
To be quite honest with you, I don't know.
It was an excuse.
And, he could have called the show any time to say, hey, welcome back to, radio, guys. But he's another one of these guys that doesn't believe in satellite radio, which is crazy because Dice would be perfect on satellite radio, uncensored.
Well, what was satellite radio doing back in, 1986? Let's see. The satellites weren't up. No one had even thought of it yet. I'm just trying to put you in the mindset of Dice and where he is, where his mind exists. 1986. There ain't no satellite radio. It's all about him, his bedazzled jacket, and playing Vegas. That's it.
Right.
He has no clue what satellite radio is about.
Hold on a minute. Now we got some questions coming in. Pat in Boston. Pat.
Hey, boys, I just wanted to say, let it all out. There are new listeners jumping on board every day.
Oh, there he goes. He just jumped. Took a look out the window.
Thank you. Charlie in Jersey. Charlie?
Yeah, I think the reason Louis Black doesn't talk to you guys anymore is because of the bus incident.
No. After the bus, even after the bus, he'd been on the show. Everything was fine. We had talked about it.
Let me tell you something about the Voyeur bus incident that got about 12 or 13 guys arrested from this radio show. Look it up online because we don't have time to get into that. All these guys spent how many hours in jail?
27, and we both smoked.
27 hours. Jim Norton was in jail with Louis Black. I stayed in the office until everyone got out of jail. And Louis Black comes walking into the office. I'm sitting there. He comes walking in looking like shit. And I jumped up and I said, Louis, I am so sorry that it went down this way. We never expected people to get arrested, blah, blah, blah. He turned to me and goes, sorry? Don't say sorry. You just made my career.
See?
That was an exact quote from Louis Black. But then I guess since then he's kind of changed his tune. He wrote a whole book on his upbringing and stuff, like a autobiography or whatever. And he doesn't even mention the Voyeur bus incident in this book.
I talked to somebody about that, and I didn't read Lewis's book, but somebody did say that was only part of his life, like the first half of his life. Now, I could be wrong, but that was an explanation somebody gave me that did not cover the second half of his life. I have a feeling that his people got to him and said, look, man, you got some respect in this business, and you don't really need to tell that story anymore, even though it's one of the greatest things that has ever happened to the guy. I think his publicist or those type of people are keeping him off the show. When you start listening to a publicist, they can help you, but a lot of times they're driven by the wrong things. You can't always listen to a publicist.
You know something?
And he has been on this new show, but he used to stop by. He
on the phone.
He
called once.
He called once because we bitched and complained, and he was in New York, and he's calling from his apartment. I'm like, what are you doing, Louis? What happened to you?
He called once. He used to stop by. We didn't even know he was coming. He used to, walk from his apartment and just kind of pop into the studio and hang out. And that was fine. We had a great time with him.
Right.
And then all of a sudden now, I don't know, like Jimmy says, maybe it's his handlers, doesn't need us anymore. I don't know. Where is he? But that's just one example.
People don't know how big Satellite's going to be. What's going to happen is a lot of the people that don't want to be a part of the show, because they're like, who's listening? All of a sudden when they realize, 6 million subscriptions equals over 20 million
Yeah, XM is saying 6 million by the end of the year.
And Sirius says, 3 million or whatever, 2 million? So that's times 2.5. It's 25 to 30 million people almost.
There are certain, people. Yeah.
We're going to make everyone look silly. So Dice was on a show in Philly. This is beyond disappointing. I'm not even going to lie to you. Because you could hear it. It's not even a bit. It's like, what are you doing, Dice? You were in my apartment. When I went out to L.A., I hung out with you. Why would you do this?
Yeah.
So we went on Kid Chris's show at WISP in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're cool with Kid Chris for now.
Yeah, because again, I talked to Chris and we email back and forth and stuff. He's like, dude, I didn't, it's everything's good. I want you to come on the show. A column the day before, the 30th was supposed to go on the show. So it's like, I guess it's all good, man. It was just I asked him though, and he said
all right.
It was good.
Yeah, Jimmy's playing New Year's in Philly at the Tower Theater. Tickets are on sale.
So
right
we're
now.
gonna go do Chris's show the day before.
So we got audio. I heard that Dice was on Kid Chris's show, and I heard that Dice was trashing us. So we tracked down the show and got this tape. And it's unbelievable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you see, now that you're on the East Coast,
yeah.
Now that you took it down to street level and we're in Philly, we can talk cool again.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Before we had to put out a facade.
You got all these guys, they're running to the cable, whatever they are.
See, he got all these guys going to satellite radios, but he's going to try to make it like he has
no one
idea
even knows what it is.
He's going to make believe he didn't walk around XM a few months back looking for a show, and XM wasn't interested.
Yeah. Cable.
So he's going to call it cable. Like, I don't know, that thing. They're jumping to cable?
I don't know. What are they on? The Morse code? They're on the wireless or something. Yeah, dot, dash, dash.
Listen to this shit that comes out of his mouth now.
All these guys, they're running to the cable, whatever they are. they're in the cable box now. You know what I mean? So they could say
No.
4-letter words. Not my boy Kid Chris.
Okay, all
Kid
right.
Chris is sticking with the
Old
real
school.
radio.
Old school.
The old school where millions of people are still tuning in and going, you know what? I don't need to hear the F word to be friggin' entertained. See how I just said friggin'?
What a dick.
Yeah, what the fuck is that all about?
What a dick.
You know, the F word, I don't like how it might hurt the children. What is it, the kinder, gentler dice?
Of all people,
The guy was dropping the F-bomb all the time on the fucking air, by the way. By the way, whenever he was on, it was just dump fucking city. They probably tell him beforehand, Dice, please don't curse. We're going to lose the fucking license. Just don't curse. The freedom that he was always fighting for. I go on SNL. I was banned because of what I said. MTV won't have me back on no more. And he's bashing a medium that gives you complete freedom of fucking speech. What a dickbag. What a fucking dickbag, reject from Greece, bedazzled leather jacket fuckcock. Go fuck yourself, Dice. Go fuck yourself.
This is not a bit.
No.
You're just showing your true colors.
What an ass.
It's pathetic. All the help we gave him, no one was caring about Dice in this area, in the New York area, when we started. It started with Anthony doing a great Dice impression, making believe he was a janitor.
Yeah, huh?
And people really believed it was Dice. And then one of Dice's people called Dice, and Dice got a hold of the show, and we had a great relationship for a few years, and we sold out wherever he went in the New York area.
Yep.
And trust me, he wasn't selling out before he started doing our show. And we made him very, very funny on the radio. That is a fact.
Yeah, put a new little edge on him.
We knew how to work with him and his silliness.
Yeah, because all he'd want to do is take over.
So now he's trashing and saying, satellite radio, all it is about saying the F word, saying curses. No, it's not, Dice, you fuck.
He doesn't get it.
I actually, when I was touring with Andrew at the time, when I first heard about you guys, I heard this guy Anthony did this impression of Dice, who was my friend. I was like, fuck Anthony. I was like, who are these douches? The name of the show is dumb, Opie Anthony, what assholes. And I listened one day, driving to a gig, and I was like fucking howling. It really made me laugh the first time. I actually got turned on.
Look at that, and you were prejudiced against us.
I was so ready to hate you,
the show stinks.
Yeah.
But that's what I heard. Like a fucking Opie, and who the fuck are these idiots?
We're stuck with this stupid name.
I still kind of feel the same way.
I know.
Norton and Friends works better.
Norton and Friends is a fun name because friends are involved.
That's right.
Norton. I like Norton. Jim Norton and Friends.
But that's how I got turned on to you guys.
He's a what? Yes.
Ken, don't be so shy. You kind of
raised his hand.
Hurry.
Didn't he thank you guys on his album, the last one that came out?
Yeah, it was all
Face
about that.
down, ass up.
But then, he doesn't need us anymore, and he thought that we just didn't have much of a career left, so he's attempting to start relationships with other people.
Other people
turning his back on us.
In the type of radio that his hands are tied behind his back. He can't do anything that he does on stage. He can't be the persona that he is on stage. If he sat down at that microphone over here in this studio, he could go off like he's never been able to go off on radio. And I believe he would enjoy himself doing it.
Right.
But fuck it.
It's an insult to what we do because, satellite is growing. It's more. It's so much more than just saying curses.
Yeah.
You get to speak your mind. You get to talk about adult subjects in an adult way.
And you're not a slave to advertising. You don't have to break every 15 minutes, and you don't have to fucking worry about trashing a sponsor or something like that.
And and our audience is growing every day. All these critics out there, they're all just laughing at us. Well, you just wait to see what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't forget anything on this show.
As they bash, especially people in the broadcast radio industry, they are in meetings with the NAB and the FCC and everyone else in meetings trying to put restrictions on satellite radio.
Right.
That's what they're constantly doing that. If they're if they're not worried at all, why put so much energy in fighting this? Just let it go. It's not going to amount to anything, right?
Yeah, you guys are all preaching that radio should be free.
There you go. You got it.
All right, you guys.
Shit is free, too.
You guys do the free radio. We'll do it this way, and we'll see who wins in the end. Let's say hi to Anthony in New Jersey. Anthony!
Yes, Opie. Oh, in Jersey. I thought you meant across from you.
What's up, Anthony?
guys, you know, it's ironic that you're talking about Dice because I just recently discovered this oavirus.com, which is just absolutely tremendous, whatever those guys, whoever they are. But last night I was listening to O&A doing the silent game on Dice from years ago, which was just tremendous stuff. You know, I'll tell you, I'm disappointed here because I always felt Dice and O&A, I mean, you guys, he was a staple on the NEW show, and I just think somebody's gotten to him. I don't even think he probably's even ever listened to
he's completely out of touch is what it is. He's completely out of touch as far as, you know, what satellite radio's about, what comedy's about. Completely out of touch.
Guys. Too much history, man. I hope you guys reconcile because you guys did probably 100 hours worth of great radio back in the past.
You know what? We don't have to get back together. We're building a brand new show anyway. If you notice, like, this show is a lot different from the old show anyway. We got rid of a lot of dead weight. So,
man, I tell you.
So we'll just add them to the fucking pile. Thanks, Anthony. Tony in Long Island. Tony.
Hey, guys. I saw Dice play at Governor's a couple years back, probably when you know, you guys were off the air with, you know, Texas A&M, whatever. And you opened up with Florentine, you know, had a great show. Dice came out. He looked like a 300-pound grandma, you know, wearing sweatpants. None of his jokes were funny. You know, he did the, you know, the dirty limericks or whatever. Yeah, it got a chuckle, but he was all over the place. Like, I remember him doing, you know, Bop Now It's Mine, Banana Juice. He did all those great jokes on your show. Take you guys out of the equation, it was just painful. You know, I was a kid.
Hey,
and,
the fact is, go listen to all the old tapes when Dice was on. The fact is, we made Dice funny. We knew how to work with him. Simple as that.
Yeah, it was just...
I don't take my word for it. Go to oavirus.com, whatever, and listen for yourself. Like Anthony fucking with him, and you know, and I did my own share of fucking with him. That's what made it entertaining. You know.
Yeah, it was just really, really bad when I remember way back when he did, you know, he sold out the Garden, he was bigger than life, and I'm like, hey, Dice is playing Governors?
Right.
You know, like, yeah, I saw some great acts there, but I'm like, it was painful. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks, Tony. Jim in Brooklyn, real fast.
Hey, guys, I hate to see this happen, but you guys did make him funny. Dice has sucked for a long time. I knew it was going to come, but, you know, Anthony, I apologize to you for yesterday, the argument that you and I had about the transit authority yesterday, but, you know, it just was going to happen with Dice. I apologize to you guys. Have a great one.
No, you don't have to apologize. Who cares?
It's a discussion.
We want all opinions on the show, Jim.
Yeah.
You had an opinion.
It's a discussion.
And you did a good job with your opinion yesterday. Don't worry about it.
Well, my only problem with my opinion yesterday when I listened to it on the replay was I think I cut off way too early, and I should have gone on a little further with it. But
that's all right, man. No big deal. You just continue being a dollface.
All right, Jim. Thank you. Jim from Brooklyn. We got more audio of Dice. So where were we? I should back up slightly.
A little bit, because it's not just satellite radio he goes off on. It's directly us. I mean, he starts going off on us.
If he's doing this to start a thing, we're not starting a thing with you, Dice. This is the real deal. I dare you to book a show in the New York area. I dare you. And the pests will gobble up all the fucking tickets, and we're going to see how good you really are.
You'll make money. You'll get ticket sales, but you won't want to perform in front of that audience.
I dare you. And the pests, remember this, because we might have to move on to other things. If Dice books a show anywhere close to New York, remind us. We're going to get all the pests at that show, and we'll see how good Dice really is.
Yeah. See you work that crowd.
Oh, and you know what? I don't need to hear the F word to be friggin' entertained. See how I just said friggin'? See how I was able to adjust?
Oh, so
and you know there's nobody filthier than me.
So you don't do Opie and Anthony anymore?
I didn't even know there was an Opie and Anthony anymore.
I am fucking enraged right now. In fucking rage.
See, he didn't even know.
It's not even funny. It's not a thing, Dice. You're a fuck. You're a fuckhead.
Oh, boy.
That's cute, Dice.
He's on regular radio.
No one knew who you were until you started calling our show, right? But we didn't go down that fucking road.
He was lost.
You know there's nobody filthier than me.
So you don't do Opie and Anthony anymore?
I didn't even know there was an Opie and Anthony anymore. You know what I mean? I'm telling you the truth. You know what I mean? The last I heard, they were in the desert looking for a job somewhere.
What?
I heard they opened up a meat stand or something. You know, like halfway to Vegas, there's like a little hot dog stand. Going, remember us?
Those guys were nice to me, and I have no problem with anybody. So.
I'm not saying I don't got no problem.
Oh, okay.
I'm allowed to make fun of who I want.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm the king. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's real believable. It's
The
real
king.
believable, Dice. You're the king of what? The king of the turncoats?
Your hot dog stand. What is it? And he just goes off on some... Oh, is that what we're doing?
All the
we have
critics
a
out
hot dog
there.
stand in the middle of the desert by Vegas.
All you critics out there just keep laughing and laughing. Enjoy it as we rebuild this thing. Payback's going to be a bitch for all of you.
He gets weird, man. Like, you know, you guys know how loyal I was to him, and it's like,
Yeah, absolutely.
It was really difficult. You just like, see a guy you loved, and but we had a whole thing. We didn't talk for 2 years. I mean, just stopped talking to me, which was fine. I called him twice, and that was it. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
We were off the air, and it turned out it was about a bit that he thought I stole from him.
Are you shitting me?
And it wasn't a sex bit because he was an influence in my career. Man, I loved him, but it was a Christopher Reeve bit. And I saw him at the Comedy Store, and I'm like, dude, I've never stolen a bit in my life. Ever.
No.
Ever.
Actually, let me tell you something about Jimmy, because I love comedy, and there's a lot of times I'll go, Jimmy, you ever hear Bill Hicks or this person or that person? He's like, no, I refuse to listen, because he doesn't want to be influenced by other guys.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And I've watched enough comedy in my life, and I've heard enough guys, like, you know, Hicks I have, honest to God, never listened to. And I hear he's brilliant, I just don't want to be influenced. I don't want to know. But this was a Christopher Reeve bit about Christopher Reeve going to the Oscars, and the bit I do, or did, and I know it was mine. And I'm not saying he took it. He made fun of Christopher Reeve. So I'm at the Comedy Store with him recently. I'm like, all right, what was your bit? He's like, I don't remember. I'm like, well, let's talk this out.
Yeah.
Line by line, what was the bit? And they were completely different bits. They both just mentioned that Christopher Reeve did an award show. And the bits went completely the opposite direction. I'm like, dude, there's not one line similar. It was like we didn't talk for 2 years.
Christopher Reeve is doing an award show, and I got my tongue up his ass. Oh! Now, what was your bit? You're ripping me off, hoo-hoo. Tell him, Fred. Tell him. Hey, jerk off. So I'm fucking Christopher Reeve, right? And he's just laying there with his legs dangling off the bed, and I'm pounding his ass. Geesh, geesh. What's yours? What's your bit? Exactly the same, right? Fucking ass.
Totally opposite bits, dude.
Horse.
Totally up. Mine was about, they gave him a standing ovation, and it was about, you know, the dumb bit, but him wearing a cape. It was stupid, but totally different.
Yeah.
I could see if it was like a sex bit where he does a blowjob joke. I'm like, oh, fuck. You know, I was actually, maybe it was something I heard and didn't realize I heard.
Yeah.
But that's just not the case with that one.
All right, well, let's finish up with this audio here.
No problem with anybody. So.
I'm not saying I don't got no problem.
Oh, okay.
I'm allowed to make fun of who I want.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm the king. You know what I mean? You know, when I'm halfway to Vegas, I'll stop at the hot dog stand and say, you know, put some relish on there.
Hey, how come you...
We're gonna be serving Dice hot dogs.
See, Opie, here's
Really?
the scenario. Dice's limo pulls up on its way to Vegas in the middle of the desert
because he's a big star and we're nothing.
You seen some of the roads out there? They're just nothingness. But then on the horizon, there's a little glimmer, and it's that chromium kind of hot dog stand on the side of the road. And Dice goes, I'm a little hungry. And he pulls up, and who does he see working there?
Me and you.
Me and you. I'm back cooking them up.
Because our careers are in the toilet.
And you're in the front taking the money and giving the cans of grape soda and stuff. And, you know, asking people if they want mustard and relish and stuff like that. And we serve Dice. He says, thank you. And off he goes to his huge star-studded life in Vegas. And we're in the desert selling hot dogs. The end.
He's brilliant.
No. How about...
He's fucking brilliant.
We're here doing a radio show that is getting more popular and more listeners by the day. And you...
Being mentioned in papers almost on a daily basis now, all over America.
Yeah, let's just say we're doing fine. Doing fine in this business. And let's say Dice is canceling shows because of lack of interest in ticket sales. How's that for reality? Let's not conjure up this little scenario of a desert hot dog stand and a trip to Vegas for Dice.
What show did he have to cancel again?
He talks about some show that had to be rescheduled. You know what that means? No one's buying your fucking tickets. No one's buying your fucking tickets. That's what it means. That's what the rescheduling is. Dice.
To Vegas, I'll stop at the hot dog stand and say, put some relish on there.
Hey, how come you canceled your show here in Atlantic City?
No, I'm coming to Atlantic City.
I know, but what happened to the one on the November 4th?
There was a miscommunication because I was doing a month at the Luxor in Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication between my tickets, the people, and their money. See, none of them was communicating with each other. I need the people's money to talk to my tickets. They weren't talking.
Yeah, he's going to spin it, but the fact is the tickets weren't selling at all.
Of course. At all. Of course.
I see. Okay.
See, I've been sort of what I would call coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was writing a book.
15-year fucking retirement?
Put things together.
A book?
I got engaged, and that really got my wife angry. So we're going like through a divorce type of situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's bad news.
And now my chick, who's from Philly, Eleanor, she gets mad at me, because I won't talk about the wedding. And I'm going, wedding? I got to go do a month in Vegas at the Luxor.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to talk about is getting married. All I'm going to be around is chicks. You know what I mean?
All right, enough.
Is he really getting married again?
Yeah.
He is stupid. Holy shit.
So there you have it.
That's it.
Dice is on the fucko list, trust me.
Fucking
I hope he books a show soon in the New York area.
Cue the bugle.
We have pests all over America that are saying they'll stop in at Dice shows, but we know we have a much bigger following at this point in the New York area, so
yeah,
we need him to book a show close to New York, and then we're going to show you.
When was the last time?
We're going to show you, Dice, how powerful this satellite radio really is.
When was the last time he was in New York?
I don't know.
He can't fucking sell tickets in New York.
I don't know.
No one wants to see that. He can go to fucking what's it? Branson, Missouri? Is that where it is? Where they book those dinner fucking theaters? Is that where it is, Kev? Yeah. All the old fucking hacks from years ago wind up there. Yeah, go there. You'll be a fucking scream. They'll love you. Do the rhymes. Do the rhymes, Dice.
Ugh. Play Stairway to Heaven.
Exactly. Hickory dickory dock. Woo! All these rubes can fucking clap like it's still 1986, you cock.
Fucking guy was in my apartment. Go fuck yourself, Dice. Go fuck yourself.
There. Yeah.
I'm getting wiser finally. You can't make friends with anybody.
Don't.
You can't. I'm serious. Especially in the entertainment business.
Some of them might actually turn out to be decent friends.
There's a
Who
couple.
wants to take the chance?
There's a couple, but most of them are just the same fucking person.
That's it.
Keep laughing, critics. Keep laughing. As we get bigger and bigger every day, you fucks. We got Dice being funny. Unfortunately, it's Anthony doing Dice.
Uh-oh.
It's Andrew Dice Gay. We'll play this going into break.
I've not heard this, by the way. People rave about this.
This is unfucking believable. We'll play this as we go to break. And then on the other side of the break, we got Gangsta Fag again. This thing is blown up, and some dude made an acoustic version of a Gangsta Fag song. It's pretty entertaining. Derek? Jim's got a comment. Jim in New York.
Yeah, this is how Andrew Dice Gay would sound like.
Andrew Dice Gay.
Hey, so I'm hanging out with these fags. Hickory dickory dock. Hey, write your own joke. Dice was good. There wasn't a woman who lived in a shoe. I hate chicks, so I found a guy to swallow my goo. Oh!
There was an old man that lived in a booth. I fucked him so hard. He had to poot.
Oh! Andrew Dice Gay. I'm the Dice Man lover. See my sparkled bedazzled jacket? My leather?
Yeah.
Used to say Dice. Now look, faggot. I just wrote in rubies and rhinestones. Big faggot. That's what I do now. I'm over here now. I used to be over there. Now I'm over here by the man ass. You ever just shove your nose in a man's asshole and take a whiff? Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful.
And then he goes,
so this guy walks up to me and goes, Dice, will you suck my cock? I said, sure, I'm a faggot. Oh! You hear me? I blow you. You hear?
Oh, shit.
All day long. Suck my cock, Dice. All right already. Pull it out. I don't want to sleep in the wet spot. The whole bed's a wet spot. I've been fucking you for hours. Oh! Andrew Dice gay.
Instead of Dice, it's faggot.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jill came down. I went up and blew Jack. It don't rhyme. It just happened that way. Two faggots walk into a bar. It's me and a friend. That's not even a joke here. Andrew Dice gay. Oh!
Oh, my God.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Whip it out, I'll suck that dick. Oh! So I'm online at the bank, and I got my tongue up this guy's ass. And he's like, why do you got your tongue up my ass? I said, 'cause I'm a faggot. Oh! Goosh right in my face. Goosh.
10 to 2.
Fantastic. I said, I got to take a piss, and I'm just ready to get up. And Opie goes, yeah, I got to piss too. So he leaves, and I hear the music kick in. I'm hoping it's some intro to a commercial, but I hoped wrong. And now no one's in here, not even Jimmy. This would be me solo. Let's see. Pop down Bill. Bill in Vegas. Bill, Vegas, you're on the air. What do you got?
Hey, I wanted to ask Jimmy a question. I'm curious why neither Voss, nor Patrice, nor Bob Kelly have ever punched his fucking lights out.
Have ever punched Jimmy's lights out?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Because of the way he provokes them and talks about them.
Yeah, but they all provoke and talk about each other like that. It's about being a comic. For some reason, these guys... They have such low self-esteem, all of them do, that they have to beat up on somebody else to make themselves feel better. So they do it to each other, and it's kind of an accepted thing. They will stick up for each other like Irish brothers, though. They are like that.
Okay.
If someone else comes in and tries to pick on them, then they all like gang up on the one guy and pile on. But like an Irish brother, you would never want to get between the fight. This guy is saying, why hasn't Voss, Patrice, or any of the other guys beaten the shit out of you for the way you speak about them? So are
you still here, sir?
Yeah.
What do you mean, why haven't they beaten the shit out of me? I'm not sure what you mean.
Why haven't they punched your fucking lights out?
Because of the way you talk about them and the way
we're all friends. We talk about each other that way.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains it all.
I said it was because of all of you have such low self-esteem, all of you, that you need somebody to beat up on, and it's each other, and you accept that.
Well, the bottom line is, like, those guys, as much as we shit on each other, they make me laugh harder than anybody. So it's like it's the way we all treat each other. It's the way we make each other laugh. But it's not for real. Like if Patrice came out and said, like, hey, man, all kidding aside, I don't think Norton's funny, and he trapped me, it would hurt my feelings more than it would make me angry. If he shit on me and called me a squishy worm with no future, I would enjoy it.
You got to see these guys at the back table at the Comedy Cellar. It's brutal. You got to have a thick skin.
Oh,
these guys just kill each other.
Boss
at the
is
table.
a retard. Patrice is a silverback.
And besides, Patrice doesn't put his hands on me because he knows that, the white man you don't touch.
You're probably a lot tougher than they think.
I could have you shot for that.
I could have had you shot for that. And Voss is just too dumb to know someone's talking badly about him. He thinks it's a compliment because his name was mentioned.
All right.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Bill.
Right. I'm not in charge of banning from Pal Talk today.
You should be.
Somebody's IMing me and saying I was banned, but I wasn't doing anything wrong. Sir, I am not reinstating you. I have relinquished command.
You're not going to pardon him?
No.
I pardon you. You are not pardoned.
He can't do that.
Nope. I'm busy. I'm doing a show. I can't.
Hey, I would like some cereal.
What kind of cereal is that?
Kashi.
Let me see.
I want some Kashi. And I got blueberries in my book bag.
Do you have any blueberries?
I got blueberries.
Is that the milk that didn't smell good?
No, I got this brand new one. I think this is good till Saturday.
Saturday?
By the way, I'm ripping off my brother. That's how he says blueberries. He says blueberries.
Blueberries.
You say blueberries.
I say blueberries.
Blueberries.
How is it?
It's blueberry.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
How's Hope say it?
Blueberry.
Blueberries.
Your whole family says it weird.
Yeah, we have a weird family.
I say finger. I say it wrong. I say finger. We each have our things.
No, we don't have long enough breaks.
Oh, fuck.
Joe, what's up?
Yeah, hope you had a nice piss, Arnold.
Hey, no, what's
Jesus
up?
Christ, I'm like, I got to piss. Opie just fucking
I thought it was going to be a long break. Joe.
Hey, guys. I'm a huge fan of the Anthony show, and I was just hoping there's a spot for it on High Voltage.
he liked the minute of the Anthony show.
Maybe Saturday at midnight.
And you know something? I take a lot of phone calls, because during that minute, I took a lot of calls.
Anthony, we'll talk. Anthony and I will talk to you. We'll see if there's a spot for you on High Voltage on the weekend.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Ooh, blueberries.
I got some blueberries.
I might want a bowl.
And my brother, by the way, who says blueberries, very strangely, he still has T-shirts for sale for Christmas.
Yes.
Go to myradiostore.com or opieandanthony.com, the link for all the latest Opie and Anthony T-shirts.
Are you getting me a bowl and a spoon? It is to be held by the bottom of the bowl, not the rim or anything.
Yeah.
And the spoon as far back on the handle as possible.
And you want some kashi?
And only the bottom. I want what Jimmy was...
Oh.
Wait a minute. But,
oh, boy.
But it's...
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
But now it's all...
You're
brother.
a no-kashi-having motherfucker.
But now it's all gone. You motherfuckers.
I got some lean on me for you.
No, I want to be... Jeez. Comes with a cock?
Dude, I will never eat that shit again.
By the way...
Let me
say, very good. He's not even touching the spoon. Just the bottom.
This Crispix is good.
You fucking cunt. Jimmy is a cunt.
You need a new bowl.
Now I can't... Asshole, I'll throw a yarmulke at you.
These are the best shows, by the way. The day before we go away for a while,
Can I
we
have
just
the
don't care. Crispix is very tasty.
Is that Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Wait, there's more kashi over there.
No, there's not.
Dude, there's a whole other thing of but don't give it to him, it's mine.
The fuck's wrong with you, Jimmy?
Nothing.
Visuals.
I am essential to the serial effort.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying
Visuals work great on the radio.
Dude, I got plenty of kashi in there. If you want to give some to Anthony, let him buy his own. It's mine and he can't have any.
All right, look out for this fuckwad. I want that bowl. I don't want Jimmy smacking it.
I won't touch it again.
All right, Anthony is now getting...
No, don't throw the yarmulke into my bowl.
All right.
Thank you.
Back up, right now. Back up.
No, I don't want to.
All right. The blueberries are going to hold down the kashi cereal because this shit floats.
Ooh.
Hey, can Steve come in here?
He will lick the fucking spout.
Oh, no, I don't. No, I wouldn't. I'm not a big milk fan.
Can Steve come in here? I've decided I'm going to throw myself under the bus today. Ooh. I've had 3 hours to think about this, and I'm going to go for it. While everyone is enjoying their cereal.
Yes, audience, enjoy everybody here.
You better hurry up and eat that cereal, though.
Gush, gush.
So,
why is that?
If you pay close attention to the radio show, I've been pretty sick all week. Kind of the flu, cold, sore throat bullshit that everyone else had. I finally got it. And everyone knows also that I get, like, constipated at times. Ew. Where I go a few days without crapping, right? Oh, you better finish that cereal, man.
Eating here.
So the boys have been taking that herbal supplement.
Oh, yeah, this is a big thing around here.
Oxy Powder.
Everyone's digging this
Great.
stuff.
Who turned us on to the Oxy Powder there, Steve?
Todd Lynn.
Todd Lynn. Todd Lynn is now on the fucko list.
What happened? What'd you do?
No, we like Todd. He was pretty cool,
a bowl of flavorless shit. This stuff is great.
There's more cereal up there.
It's fucking cardboard.
You need sugar for that, Anthony. Get it some sugar.
No.
It works much better with sugar. So,
Jimmy Pooted.
holy crap, that was
Oh, my God. Dude, that was fucking instant. I guarantee that was not me.
It's a madhouse.
Dude, that was instant.
Eric must have farted.
Why is life like this in here?
Dude, no fart can go out that fast and goes over there that fast.
You smelled that awfully quickly.
Listen.
Unless Eric blasted one and then walked out.
All right, listen, everybody. Please.
And people wonder why I want a plastic bubble.
Please
You know what I'm saying?
listen.
There's no way that happened.
Please listen. Please listen. Hold on a minute.
Just don't wear fur.
So what is this Oxy Powder about, Steve?
It's
explain for the new listeners.
I guess it's a supplement. I don't think it's fiber. I wish I had the bottle in front of me, but it where?
No, it's oh my God, he got you.
Oh, you dick! I can't fucking win. Anyway, it's
there's more kashi for you.
It puffs up you take like 6 of them at night.
Yeah, listen to this guy, seriously.
They recommend you take 4, and if 4 doesn't, can you shut up, Derek, please? You take 4 of them at first, and if 4 doesn't work, you're supposed to take 6 of them at night.
Right.
And only take them at night. Don't take them during the day, because the results are catastrophic. What this stuff does to your colon.
You can't.
So explain what happens there, Steve.
It produces a lot of gas, and it puffs up your intestines, first of all. So, I don't really know what the benefit to that would be, but it also prevents you from absorbing water. So any water you drink, and you're supposed to take this stuff with a lot of water, just goes right through you like a toilet snake and forces everything out into just liquid excrement. And
in the morning, right?
In the morning.
So you got to time this out perfectly, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So,
and you have to take it for a week.
So, getting back to my thing. So, everyone tells you when you have a cold that you should drink a lot of fluids, right?
Right.
So I've been drinking a lot of fluids. Emergency, orange juice, you have it, okay? And I haven't taken a crap in a couple days.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jimmy?
Go ahead.
You need attention.
No.
I'll wait.
Go ahead, finish.
I'll wait.
No, that's not what I was doing.
What are you doing?
Nothing, go.
No, I'm not talking.
No, but I'm listening. I'm trying to eat so
Jimmy's
fast.
trying to show me his snot rag, and
No,
I'm
I
getting
wasn't
distracted.
trying to show you my snot rag. No, I wasn't.
Who were you showing it
Why
to,
do you
then?
think I was trying to show Anthony my snot rag while he fucking
Right.
in his mouth?
I ain't fucking looking at your snot rag.
I had a nice one on there, too.
I'm on to you.
He's going to pause and told your story after. It would have been nice just to watch
I
the
got
meal.
distracted.
Well, I wasn't showing you.
And what I'm about to say will fuck up his meal.
Oh, my God. You know how much...
What?
I never eat in the studio.
Right.
And every time I try... You motherfuckers talk about disgusting shit.
So listen.
Or perhaps the show is just all disgusting shit.
So Steve has been using this product.
Yep.
Derek used this product, I think. No? One time Derek used it, and his results were so ridiculous, he said never again. I think Danny used this product. So I haven't taken a crap in a couple days, and I'm drinking all this fluid for my cold, and I'm like, man, I got to get rid of what's inside me.
Mm-hmm.
So you gave me the bottle of stuff,
Oxy
right?
Powder, yeah. It's
all right.
It's like, I don't know, maybe 90 pills in this thing?
So I took 5 last night.
Okay.
5, and I took it early because I crashed early because I just wanted to get some sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up this morning at 3:30, and I'm rolling around, and all of a sudden I'm like, I feel a fart coming on.
Oh,
I'm like, it's no big deal.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
One more bite.
Not low. Hold on. Stretch.
So it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm on some cold medicine, so I'm like kind of waking up and trying to figure it all out, but I'm a little dazed and confused.
What were you trying to figure out and how?
I'm figuring out what time it is. I'm like, oh, I got to fart. Maybe
What
I could get
time
some more
was
sleep.
it?
Like 3:30 in the morning.
3:30? That is fucking
And you have
early.
kind of a puffy feeling almost, maybe.
Puffy feeling. I feel this fart coming on. I'm like, it's no big deal.
Oh, my God.
It's just a fart.
Right.
So I decide, all right, I'm just going to let it go because I'm sure, you know, I want to get back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Were you alone?
Oh yeah, was anybody with you in the room?
I was
someone
alone.
there?
Okay.
I was alone. I try to fart when I'm alone.
3 o'clock.
3:30.
What time did you get to sleep that made you wake up so early?
About 8:30, 8:45.
Oh, my God, please.
So I decide that I'm going to let a little fart out, and
Right.
yes, I shit my pants.
God.
You can't have shit your
I
pants.
swear to God, liquid shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
As in my pajama bottoms had to be wrapped up in plastic bags and thrown out, motherfucker.
Was it that violent?
Dude, it was ridiculous. The next thing you know, I'm in the shower at 3:40 in the morning scrubbing shit from, like, the back of my thighs and the back of my knees.
Oh, my God.
Your bathroom is not that far away from your bedroom. Like, you couldn't get up and...
The shower's upstairs. I had to go up. I had to waddle to the bathroom.
You didn't feel it, like, as you were
Dude, it was 3:30. I was thinking it was a fart.
Pass a
I haven't
little
taken
gas.
this shit. I didn't know that it comes out like that.
It's pretty
I
explosive.
sprayed myself, dude. I sprayed myself. And I had to hold the bottom of my pajama legs closed as I'm walking up the stairs to the fucking shower.
It does say on the bottle produces loose bowel movements
I understand that,
and gases.
dude. At 3:30 in the morning when you think you could just sneak out a fart, I could understand if you're awake and you're starting to feel that you have to go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom.
You filled up your pant leg?
It was ridiculous.
All came out, didn't it? Wow.
Pass the milk.
That's bad.
He's going to throw it at me.
No, Jesus. That's a bowl of blueberries with...
It's blueberries.
What's what happens when you eat a lot of protein, a lot of high protein? It gets all bound up, and it's just especially if you don't go for a while, you got to take this stuff.
That stuff should be illegal.
It's great.
It should be illegal.
I took it for a week. I've never had more natural sleep after taking this stuff because I eat a lot of egg
You're still
whites.
using it?
I do it like for a week at a clip when I do
Why
it.
doesn't Derek tell his story? Because he told his story in the office.
Oh, boy.
Derek is rarely on the show.
Doesn't like being on the air, really.
And Danny also has stopped taking this stuff, right? Where's Danny? Derek, tell your story.
Yeah, well, I took it on like a Friday night.
Look at this. This is like confessions.
Yeah, I took it on a Friday night. I remember it well.
Hi, my name's Derek, and I've also shit my pants.
And let's just say I didn't go out for the rest of the weekend, pretty much.
The whole weekend?
The whole weekend. And I only took it once. I took 5, I think. And I didn't go for the entire weekend.
And it's supposed to clean your whole fucking system out.
Yeah, it's supposed to clean. You're supposed to drink a lot of water, and you're just supposed to shit, like, all weekend long. And every time I felt a fucking fart coming on, I had to cup my hand underneath my ass because you can't sneak out a fart. You have to shit.
See, I didn't know that when I woke up at 3:30 this morning. I'm thinking this is like any other morning, a quick fart. Who's looking?
Yeah, and I was
Who's
expecting.
fucking looking?
And I was expecting to go like just once and get everything out. I shit like 12 times in one day, and not just like big shits, little painful shits that burn your asshole.
This stuff sounds fantastic.
It is.
What an endorsement.
So you tried it one day and that was it?
I tried it once, and that's it.
And Danny also has shit his pants.
Is he talking about the Oxy Powder?
Yeah. Oh, you weren't listening? Are you still on it?
No, I used it for about a week, and I feel exponentially better.
Did you shit your pants, though?
I had a really hard time for a while.
No, I didn't. Actually, the story that I had wanted to tell was about my father, as a matter of fact, so I hope he's listening. My dad's like naked guy. He's the guy that like hangs out in the house, just totally naked, no underpants, anything. He'll walk around. He doesn't give a shit. So he's hanging out with his wife, and they're watching TV, and he felt what he thought was a fart coming on. So just to be goofy, he's on the couch and he swings his legs like up to his head, more or less, and tries to squeak one out. But instead of it being air, it turns out that it was in fact liquid. And he just made a nice little arc of liquid poopies on the carpet. And then him and his wife had to run and get towels and clean it up. There you go, Pops.
That's great.
Oh, wow.
This Oxy Powder, though, there should be a warning on the label that says that you will have the bowels of an 80-year-old woman. What is Nathaniel writing? Because that line wasn't that funny.
It says tubdad.com.
Oh, yeah.
Tubdad. Wow. Even without the arcing of the liquid shit, that story he just told is frightening. Like, on its own, without the shit you guys have been taking and everything. What is his dad doing naked, putting his feet up in the air and farting on the couch? Whose father does that? Danny,
what? Yeah, explain further.
Honestly, I can't, because that's the way it's been ever since I was a kid. Like, he was just always, naked guy. He just did not give a shit about walking around the house just totally naked. He had never a problem with that.
That's really odd.
What did your mom think?
She never said much.
No?
Was she naked too?
No, she never did that. She never walked around like that.
What about, like, after school if friends were coming over?
Well, I'd have to be like, wait here. And he let me in, and I have to tell him, Dad, I got somebody here, so he'd have to run and go. But he wouldn't even put clothes on. He would just put on a pair of tidy whities.
Like, constantly walking around the house naked.
All day.
That is
when he was home. Yeah, that's what he did.
Really odd.
Yeah. You do understand your father's an exhibitionist, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. I wanted him to call in, but he was too busy, so...
Doing what? Standing in front of a schoolyard?
Yeah.
Showing his genitals to children with an open robe? Lovely.
His legs over his head.
Arcing. That's horrible.
When you were sleeping, did you ever hear someone poke their head in your room and go, psst, look how big it is, kid?
All right, let's go to the phones. Russ, the trucker. Russ?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I just started listening to you guys about 3 weeks ago, and I haven't turned the channel since, but I got to ask you, you guys starting to disc on the Dice Man. I don't understand it. If the Dice Man had his own channel, I'd have to listen to him. I listen to him all day long, man. Old stuff. If he's got any new stuff, you guys let me down.
You really weren't listening, unfortunately, Russ. I'm not even going to get into it with you.
Yeah, we're done with that.
You really should listen a little closer. But thanks for being
okay. Yeah, all right.
All right, let's go to John in Jersey. John.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
On the bottle, it does say, never take for granted it's going to be air.
Oh, really? It says that?
Yes, it does.
I don't read labels.
Never take for granted it's going to be air, so at no point should you think it's going to be a fart. You gotta throw away everything you've grown up with and knew, like when you feel a fart coming, throw that info away.
We interrupt this program to bring you the ozone midget sighting of the day.
This came out of nowhere. Mike, Wisconsin, what's up?
Hey, man. Hey, what, man? Jimmy.
Hi, fella.
Hey, I was on the Ohio Turnpike the other day, and I come out of the building, and over there in the dog walk area was this little boy walking this cute little Cocker Spaniel. And I walked over that way because I got to walk past that to get to my truck. And as I got closer, I realized that's not a little boy. That's a genetic disaster walking that dog. And as I got a little closer, I realized he's got a little crutch, one of them little crutches that a little kid would have. And as I walked by, all I could think of was, God bless us, everyone. That's all I could think of.
A midget with a crutch.
Too bad you didn't think of a punchline after that fucking 40-minute story.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm not as good as you, man.
Aww.
No, you're correct.
Aww.
You know what? You're right.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
Yes, meanwhile, back at the show, we got Danny's father on the line.
Hello?
Hello.
Mr. Danny, what's up?
Dan's dad, Dave.
Dave, what's up?
Well, I'll tell you,
Are you nude right now, by the way?
Well, no, I'm fully clothed.
Okay.
However, there is a little bit of an embarrassing story about Danny.
Oh.
When he was 6 years old, we took him to California's Disneyland.
Yes.
Oh, God. And the big ride at the time was Star Tours based on Star Wars.
Yes, the little virtual reality thing. They show a kind of a film, a video on the front screen, and the thing moves, and you really get the feeling of motion.
Sure, like one of those hydraulic 3D rides.
Yeah.
So Danny was strapped in tight, and he was enjoying the film, and afterwards we noticed a pungent odor permeating the little booth there. And quite frankly, he had shit his pants.
Yeah, but Pop, do you remember why I shit my pants?
Uh-oh. I was imagining because of the excitement of the ride.
No, it was because that this fucking line for Star Tours was 2.5 hours long, and me being a 6-year-old had to take a dump, and these fucking parents of mine wouldn't get off the fucking line to let their son take a shit.
Well, you never voiced that to us. You never let us know, so we were assuming that you shit because of the ride.
No, you fucks wouldn't get off the line because you didn't want to have to wait on it again. No, we've been on this line for 40 minutes, and there was still another hour and 40 left to go. So instead of bringing their son to the shitter, they let their son shit his pants on Star Tours.
Well, afterwards we dragged you to one of those restrooms.
I remember.
Have a changing table, and I slowly had to peel off, your shitty underwear. There was no way I was going to clean. There was no way I was going to clean it and put it back on you. So I had to deposit it in the garbage and then clean you off as best as possible.
Little kid going commando.
You went around without underwear.
Sweet. Yeah, I know that. I believe me. It's one of the memories I will always treasure.
One of those Disney memories.
Yeah, those don't go away.
When you wish a...
Close it down.
Yeah.
I just don't remember pooping for distance on the couch. I just don't remember.
Oh, you told me. I talked to Donna. I'm sure she remembers because she said she had to clean it up.
Oh, my God. Well, there were many years that I was in a blackout, But we're okay now.
Everything's fine now, though, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Working at myradiostore.com, pumping out those XM radios for Ziggy and the crowd.
My dad's plugging.
Nice.
Your dad works at myradiostore.com?
He got into a little mess, and I had to help. I had to clean your ass this time, Daddy. My daddy shit his pants, and I cleaned them up.
Hey,
I'm very proud of my son Daniel.
Hey, what's the naked guy deal?
I got that from my dad because he would always walk around, with this huge package swinging around when I was growing up.
Some line I come from, huh?
Apparently, it skipped a generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny was a little more modest when it came to that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Danny's got the donkey dong.
So.
Holy shit.
Are you packing, Danny?
Mate, well, you...
Come on, you guys saw it. No.
Wow.
Okay.
What? So you saw your father walking around like that and just assumed... Did you do it ever since you were a kid, or...
Well, yeah, ever since I was a kid, Dad always walked around naked, and so I thought there was nothing wrong with it. At least when there was nobody else in the house but the family.
But the family. See, but maybe some members of the family might not be comfortable seeing that. I know if my father was walking around, I'd scream in horror because he's been dead for about 10 years. But if he was walking around when he was alive and he was naked, forget about it. He tried once, me and my brother would take baths. We were kids, 5, 6, around there. And he decided that baths, were for kids. And it was time for us to be men, so it was time to teach us how to take a shower. So the three of us get in the shower.
Naked?
Of course. And he's teaching us how to, not slip in the shower and how to wash in the shower and stuff like that.
How to wash the underside of the ball bag.
By demonstrating, on himself. He's washing his arms and stuff like that. So he turns around. And to a kid, that fucking dick is 10 feet long, because you're used to just, your little kid dick, and then you're seeing this, it's like 10 feet long, and now the water from the shower is coming off of him, and you know how it'll run off the tip of your dick. So
sure, I get pissing.
I'm assuming he's taking a piss, and I'm like, stop peeing. Stop peeing. He's like, I'm not peeing. It was a disaster. I'm crying. I'm like, stop peeing. And meanwhile, it would have been like a 5-minute piss that he's taken, but the way the water was coming off of his huge junk. And all I remember is like giant snuffleupagus-sized junk and black fucking hair everywhere. It was a nightmare. That sticks out in my mind.
Did he teach you how not to slip in a shower? Grab a hold of this with both hands, son.
Could have done chin-ups on it.
I do remember showering with my dad, probably until I was like 10, 11 years old. I don't know whether it was a depression mentality to save water or to save time, but we would shower.
No, that's not what it was.
No. You left out a few other options there that it could have been, sir.
That may be option A.
Yeah, there's no need to be showering with the children.
No.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out ourselves. Thank you.
I haven't showered with Danny in quite a while.
Well, you ought to. We do it here at the studio, and it's very enjoyable.
Maybe for the holidays, we'll get together and
shower
reminisce about old times.
Me and you paint each other up.
All right. We'll do that real soon.
All right, Dave.
Well, Dave, Danny's dad, very entertaining. Thank you for the call. But they're telling us...
Great job, guys.
You gotta go.
Yeah, you definitely gotta go.
Thanks a lot, man.
Bye-bye. Punching out.
Danny?
Punching out.
Oh, it's Dave.
It's Dave. You.
I don't remember.
You stink.
I don't want to do it to his dad.
We got him. Well, how old's your pop?
Oh, gee, he's about... I guess he's 47.
47? So it's not like hippie mentality, really. It's just kind of like grown up in the...
It was normal to him.
70s.
You know?
Like, yeah, it could be a hippie mentality. Late in the hippie game.
Yeah, he reminds me of a certain 70s dad. Of a boy named Danny.
Very willful young boy. That's great. Naked Pop.
Yeah, that's terrific.
He sounds like a fun guy, though. Does he got a good sense of humor?
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely a fun guy. Especially now that he doesn't smoke pot or get ridiculously drunk. He's great.
He had to do that.
Around.
There are so many of these fathers that reach that age, late 40s, like early 50s and stuff, that realize now is the time to clean up. After their kids are all out on their own now, where they can support themselves. It's like, thanks for choosing now to fucking not be hammered or on drugs. Not when I was growing up and really kind of needed some guidance or, my father just pounded beer all day long. I'm talking from the time he woke up till the time he went to sleep. It was just drinking quarts of Budweiser, drinking, and then at night it was shots and stuff, and I mean hammered. And we would go driving. For the people that live in Southern California, there's something called the Ortega Highway. It goes from like Capistrano, where we lived, kind of close enough to the coast, inland to Lake Elsinore. It is a road that is horrific to drive in under ideal circumstances. Cliffs, no guardrails, just horrible. And we used to drive on that road in this old rickety pickup truck with him hammered, drunk off his ass. And it was a white-knuckle ride for me for years. I just remember, all right, let's trailer up the horses with a horse trailer, towing a horse trailer. Trailer up the horses. Oh, where are we going? Going Elsinore. Holy shit, not the Ortega
Elsinore.
Highway, not the fucking Ortega. And you'd get over a crest of a hill where you'd see Elsinore in a valley, and now it's complete downhill, windy fucking road. And he's like beer between his legs, drinking, all drunk, and I'm just watching the wheels kind of over the double yellow, kind of to the side of the road, the guardrail on the mountainside getting close. Horrifying. And then, I went out there probably in '86 to hang out with me. A bunch of friends went out there. And he's drinking orange soda. Yeah, now the doctor tells me, the liver's a little bit. Like, thanks a lot.
Now you
the orange soda could have been good down the fucking Ortega instead of me clinching the fucking door handle and my knee. Unbelievable. They do this, and you wonder why I'm fucking neurotic.
My dad, for the longest time, couldn't find a career. So during his early days, when I was a toddler, he used to work at fast food joints. and he was broke, of course. And we had a tiny little garden apartment in Whitestone, and he would want to get drunk, and he had no cash to do it. So he'd bring home buckets of chicken and bring it to the bar and barter with the guy for pieces of chicken for drinks.
Chicken for drinks.
Shit.
All right. My pop, again, it was one of those deals where every other week he seemed to have a new career. And one of his careers was vending machines. He would do maintenance and collect the money out of the vending machines. For the longest time, we would go to the store, and all I would see is him paying for shit with quarters. Like, he's just pilfering from the vending machines. And, you know, there we are. He's at the bar. A lot of times, he picked me up from somewhere, whether it's school or I don't even remember. And we'd end up at a bar somewhere in, like, Mineola with sawdust and peanut shells on the floor. And there he is with a $10 roll of quarters. Boom, shot in a beer. And I'm just sitting there, you know, another Coke for the kid. It was just growing up
Tragic.
like that. Oh, it was awful.
Absolutely tragic. Well,
Horrid.
Danny, thanks. You're welcome.
Fond memories. Good times.
Get Danny a raise. He needs it. All right, we'll take a break. Want to do the news with Twitchels and Big A when we get back?
Yeah, we could finish up with a few of their stories.
We got the acoustic gangster fag. I don't know if we're going to get to that today. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
There is nothing quite like a Cuban cigar. Right, Ramon? The rich texture, the full flavor, so relaxing. Oh, fiddlesticks. No ashtray. Ramon, open your mouth.
Because the
Latest from Korn, right, Steve? What's the name of the song?
Twisted Transistor.
Nice. All right. Before we get out of here, we should get Twitchels and Big A to do a little more news.
Right.
We also could do one more bet, Anthony. We want to do a betting show, but now I'm thinking maybe we should just do bets from time to time on the show as they come about.
Yeah.
Because someone came up with a great suggestion. They said get Big A tongue twister and bet on how long it takes him to complete the tongue twister. So when these people come in, you know, Stalker Patty and the rest of them, No Filter Paul, if you have a good idea for a bet, just call the show and we'll bet on something, and everyone could join along at home. How you feeling, Twitchels?
I'm feeling good.
Your mic's not on yet.
Oh, what do I do? Hold on.
You shouldn't do anything.
You must be a little more relaxed by now.
Huh?
Am I on?
Now you're on.
All right, now I'm on.
Yeah.
I feel a lot more relaxed. I think I got a lot out of my system, and I feel pretty calm. Believe it or not, it's like almost juiced out for now.
Yeah.
As long as I don't, try not to think of, I'm staying pretty calm. Because when I think of that and I start doing the whole, that triggers the tics.
What triggers it?
So,
No one knows what you're talking about. We have a whole new audience. They weren't listening earlier.
Oh, well, when you're talking about the JUMP, it starts to aggravates my tics. So I feel calm. I'm doing pretty good. I'm all right. Oh, damn it. Evil bastard.
Jimmy has something. Jimmy has.
Yeah, I know what he has.
What does he have? What does he have there?
He has a sign. Jimmy, you're the man.
Jimmy's been torturing him all morning long.
You can't look
Why
at
are you
it.
covering up the jump sign?
Nah.
Why would you cover up the jump sign like that?
Like that's going to prevent him. Oh, God.
You know how perfect it would feel right now just to jump?
Oh, wow.
It would just make it all better. It would feel perfect to jump.
All right.
There
it felt better. It felt good.
It feels perfect. There's something wrong, and then when you jump,
exactly,
it's all right. Everything is right.
It feels good when I jump.
Of course.
If you're just tuning in, you might want to listen to the replay. We found out that Twitchels has to jump if you say jump.
Oh, God. Okay, well, fuck being calm now, right? Sounds like a lamb in heat. part of the just to explain, it's part of the OCD, the
Right.
obsessive compulsive.
Yeah. You're fired.
Oh my God!
What? I don't get that one.
He's making me think of Donald.
Oh,
Donald Trump?
You're a fucking genius.
Oh my God.
You know what? Let me tell you something. He's a fucking genius.
We know he's a genius.
Oh my God.
Donald Trump.
Now I'm scared because now I know there's no end. I knew he was funny, but I didn't know he was that clever. Now I know
Trump.
there's no end to it.
Why is Stalker Patty here? She's bringing in more gifts? Could someone find out what she wants? All right, so we got a little more news, and then we're going to do a Big A bet, and then get the hell out of here for a few days. Steve on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, boys, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, I got a question for Mr. Twitchel.
Okay.
Ramon! Bring! Cheep.
That was good. Just a little more practice on the, but you're getting there. There you go.
All right. So we got just a few more news stories here. A couple stories we missed about an hour ago. Right. So, Big A, you started off here. More news with Big A and Twitchels.
Thanks for stopping back in with the news with Big A and Twitchels. Jumping now to Talk News. Research in motion. Traded under the stock ticker RIM. Reported a 33% jump in quarter profit on Wednesday as sales jumped 53%.
Jumping like
jump. On steady demand for its state-of-the-art BlackBerry wireless standalone email device. Twitchels?
Thank you, Big A. It was a busy week for the president this week as the Patriot Act was renewed by the Senate. Bush also admitted to allowing the government to spy on its own citizens in the name of fighting terrorism, as well as backing a proposal by Senator McCain to ban torture in the war of terrorism.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you're telling me.
In the NFL news, the stagnant Cleveland Browns stare down the rival Pittsburgh Steelers this weekend, looking to stop the attempt to jump to the playoffs. The Steelers, a playoff staple in recent years, need to stand up and win the last two games to stake their claim to a wild card spot in the AFC. In other NFL news, 7 stars from the Colts will be jumping for joy this February as they step onto the national stage of the Pro Bowl in February.
I'm Louis Twitchel Centani.
And I'm Big A. Stay classy, America.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was fun and refreshing.
Wow.
Oh.
Holy crap.
Goddamn.
Stalker Patty. Get her in here. We're running out of show.
I actually hear the screeching of the marker.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Patty. How are you?
Okay.
Okay, what are you here for?
Oh, I had to pass some raspberry starfish to Eric, who needed them.
Raspberry starfish?
Yeah.
What are they?
It's a chocolate we sell on the chocolate bar.
On the chocolate bar. And, well, what is it?
It's raspberry starfish. It's milk chocolate on the... Okay.
Patty, hold the mic so he can film.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Shit.
What's your name?
I'm Patty.
Why do they call you Stalker Patty?
Well, they gave me that name.
Oh. Is it relevant? Is it?
Yeah, she used to stalk us.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Stalker Patty.
You can't even ask her a question. She's just easy to stump.
Oh.
Stump, yeah. Stump.
It just feels...
Wow. Oh, God. It's like I'm this close to having the feeling to go away, and
it feels so
it
right.
happens.
It feels perfect. Nothing is right until it happens.
And you know what? You're right.
Everything's right once it happens.
You're right.
You feel it tingling.
It feels good.
It feels right.
It's like taking a shit, and that feeling you get afterwards.
It's an energy.
Right.
Yeah.
You are shit.
Nothing more perfect.
Wow.
Yeah. Feels good.
Just jump then.
Oh no,
Jump.
but it just,
the energy through the body when the feet hit the floor.
Jump.
So.
Jump.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right. Do we have time to do a Big A bet or no? How much time we got left in the show? 4 or 5 minutes? 5 minutes? We can do it
I don't know if
fast.
that's long enough, but
let's
give it a try.
We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 line tongue twister for Big A. Basically, it's you want to read this, Ant? You're much better at the speaking than I.
This is you've heard this tongue twister before. A skunk sat on a stump. A skunk sat on a stump. The stump thought the skunk stunk. The skunk thought the stump stunk. What stunk, the skunk or the stump?
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
The bet is simple. $5 a man. How long it takes Big A to do exactly what Anthony just did.
Right.
We got to go fast, though. We're running out of show.
How much?
$5 a man.
I haven't won one of these fucking contests yet.
We really got to hurry, though. $5 in. How long does it take? How many seconds?
I'm going to need change of a 20. After everyone throws in their 5. Oh, you got it? Of course, you won before, Kev.
All right, someone just collect the money.
Go.
Just get your bets in right away.
Thank
Jimmy.
you, sir. What are we doing? Seconds? Minutes?
You put your 5 in? All right.
Oh.
Now it has to be correct. He has to do it. Say it correctly.
As best as he can, yeah. Big A, you got to try to do it as best as you can. All right, throw in the time.
And you got to go in order, man. You can't jump around. You got to do it.
I'm Jimmy. I can't jump.
Even you.
Hey, as everybody writes down their times, Jimmy, plug for New Year's.
Tower Theater. Philly. With Voss and stupid Colin Quinn.
New Year's Eve. Tickets still available. Who's this, Travis? Yep. All right. We're running out of show, guys. We got to hurry or we're going to...
Right. Travis, what are you doing?
Anthony? Right. You got the... Give him the tongue twister. Here you go.
Here it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Big Cab, you in?
Yep. No.
Throat clearing's a good one, too.
Don't help me develop a new tick.
No, I'm not. It just helps it, though, once you clear the throat.
Big Kev.
Try it once, you'll love it.
All right.
All this jumping, I'll have to go to the bathroom.
Is that it? Anyone else? Nah, we don't have time. All right, let's do this. All right, Big A, and we'll go in 10 seconds. All right. Here we go. The bets are in. How long it takes Big A to do the tongue twister. And go.
A skunk sat on a stump. Skunk sat on a stump. The stump thought the skunk skunk. The skunk thought the stump skunk. What? Skunk. The skunk or the stump.
41 seconds.
41 seconds.
Son of a bitch.
41 seconds. I said 52. Norton said 2 weeks. Travis said 50, Jimmy. Travis said 53 seconds. Anthony said 30. And we have a tie between Big Kev and Danny. Both said 45.
Wow. Look at that.
Wow.
Big Kev wins again. Splits it with Danny.
That's right.
Good job. Yeah, you fucking mumbling fuck.
Kevin's cheating.
You couldn't get it out.
Am I cheating?
I saw 30 seconds coming up, and you froze up on that stump.
How many people were in?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Throw clear. You'll love that one.
All right, we should get some plugs in. Big A, what are you plugging today?
The MySpace Big A 614, and also the Big A, the big.a.com.
What?
The big-a.com.
Big, they spell out dash?
No, it's actual dash.
For those of you at the Celtic House in Fishkill, New York, it's 1004 Main Street, Fishkill, New York, the Celtic House, Brother Joe's band.
Oh, okay.
2U, Friday, tomorrow, December 23rd, at the Celtic House in Fishkill.
Anthony, real fast, Snapman from whackbag.com. He learned Twitchel's jumps, Opie dumps, Dice is a chump, and Danny's dad shows his rump. Twitchel's, give all your plugs again.
Oh, thanks, man. You guys, you can check me out at the comedy... Hide the signs. Comedy Cabaret, January 7th at the Comedy Cabaret. You guys can check me out in Northeast Philadelphia. Check out my website, laughtermylou.com. Buy my children's book, Little Twitching Timmy, the Turtle with Tourette's.
All right, we replay the homeless shopping spree tomorrow. We take the day off, and we take Monday off. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a great holiday.
Take it easy.
That's it. I'm out of here.